Hello.
Hi, hi, hi.
How's everybody doing today? Let's get chat up.
Rachel's already there. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. Oh, D&D Beyond overlays on.
That's funny.
Let's just turn that off. Remember how
Hey,
to do
Salty.
that.
Hey, Emma. Oh,
Thank
you
Salty.
guys.
You guys are great.
You spoil us. We're spoiled.
For real.
So many good people in our lives. Look at us. Wine, good people, good pets, good games. Cheers.
That's right. Cheers. Cheers to you guys, too.
Just living the life. Don't mind us.
Living the life. All right, let me get this extension turned off.
Yeah. Not that we, I'm sure we all enjoy looking at the Ghost in the Machine characters, but...
Correct. There we go.
They are cute.
It should turn off soon.
So we can deactivate on live, but we can't activate on live? Is that how it works?
I guess.
It's
or
off.
maybe they fixed it. I don't know.
Good. Well, I'll have to remember that because I keep forgetting to activate it for Dragon Heisters. Again,
Right.
Not a huge deal, but it'd be nice if people could. I like scoping out character sheets.
Right.
I was creeping on whenever
fix it, yes.
I was watching Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I was creeping on your character so hard
Yeah.
because I didn't. Did you ever use the teleport feature for Circle of Dreams?
I didn't.
There was like 1 or 2 spots where I thought you might bust out. I mean, everything worked out fine.
Right.
Except for when you died.
Well, when I died, I couldn't see to get
Yeah.
out, so I couldn't teleport.
Wow.
Sorry, when I got swallowed.
Yeah.
And then when I died, I died.
I think the feature didn't require you to see.
I think it did.
Oh, did it?
I'll have to double check,
I
but I was
remember
pretty
checking
sure.
and being surprised.
I'm pretty sure that it was that I had to see.
Really?
I know for a. I'm pretty sure because I could also use it to help somebody else by teleporting them a
Hey,
little
Rachel.
bit.
Yeah,
But
you could.
but I had to see them.
You had to
in order
see
for that
them,
to
but I
work.
think for yourself you didn't have to actually see it, which I thought was even crazier.
That is crazy.
And then
I could
did-
have sworn I needed line of sight, but
yes, the Circle of
I'll
Dreams
check it.
is really cool.
I really like Circle of Dreams.
We're already talking D&D. Look at us.
Seriously.
We're a mess.
Seriously. TPK? If TPK happens, Circle of Dreams.
I
I'm
mean,
pretty sure.
That's just it.
I'm pretty sure I have to go Circle of Dreams after that. Uh-oh. We spilled some wine on this.
That sounds about right.
Because
Wouldn't
I wasn't there last time.
that just makes it more authentic?
Let's try to get a little bit of it out. I'm probably going to try to stain this red.
I was just staining
So-
the red for you.
Thank you, yep.
Okay, because it's going to be a red eye anyway.
Port wine is the wrong red, though, Matt.
Well, it's called Dimension, Alexis.
I mean, I'm sure we could make it work. Next on Alexis Attempts Art, staining wood with wine. for
Hey,
reasons.
Femsplained. Hey. Hey, Femsplained. How are you? I played with Femsplained on Chatty Matty.
Oh,
Also Chatty Matty.
nice. Very nice. Hello
Go
and
get
welcome.
Go get you some wine, honey.
Yeah, get you some wine.
Yep, she's great.
It's Friday. Get you some wine.
It was a week, folks.
It has been a week, yes.
It was. 2 really great episodes on our channel with Dragon
Yeah.
Heisters and Ghost of the Machine. Ghost of the Machine was totally crazy, totally intense, and
Oh
then
my god, it was wild.
it ended in a nice kind of way. It was a week, and then on Thursday, on Bleeding Edge, things got crazy
Correct.
and ended even crazier.
That's right.
And now we're here.
We are here. Tequila is definitely acceptable. We'll get you some tequila, Femsplain.
Yes. It was a wild, wild ride. Things were slow for me in the real world at work, so I was able to just read a bunch and study and get ready, so it was great.
I'm just in here making sure I've got heat to my wood burning utensil.
We are
Yeah,
doing
the
great.
old-
You are doing great.
I was so happy I finally got to play with Emma and Val. You guys.
Some lovely ladies. I was trying not to. Joseph is very loquacious, but I was trying not to talk too much because I wanted just the women to just kind of do their thing. So
Yeah,
I
it
think-
was great.
I think it worked pretty well.
I think we all got our own space. It was really nice. It
Yeah.
felt really balanced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with remote streaming, I feel like sometimes the best thing you can do is just listen.
That's right.
It makes it to where the interrupting cow syndrome is a lot less frequent. Still drinking after last game? I didn't even realize you had a beer, didn't you, last night? I didn't even
Me?
realize.
I had 2.
Emma.
Oh, Emma had some whiskey.
Emma, you had some whiskey. I didn't even.
She
kinda...
poured herself more than she anticipated,
Oh,
too.
I
She
didn't
was
even
like,
realize.
oh.
I had no idea.
She didn't realize how much she had poured, I think.
Did
Yeah,
the
she
title
had
update on
whiskey.
Twitch? No,
God
it
damn
says
it.
it.
Oh, shoot. You know what?
Did you ever update or?
I don't
We'll
know if I
fix
did.
the title, thank
shit,
you.
Shit. Oh my god, I don't think I did. Look at that.
We didn't update it. Thank you, Salty. Salty is our
Like I said, it's been a week. Like we said, it's been a week.
Salty is our
Oh my
unpaid
God.
administrator.
For fuck's sake. I can't believe I did
He
that.
keeps us on our toes.
Well, the going live notification is useless now.
It's not the worst thing. All the people we love are here. That's really all that matters.
We're in the wrong category entirely. We are talking about D&D, so
Yeah. Thank
Put
you, Salty.
pyrography back up there.
Yeah, you better put pyrography back up there for the clicks, baby.
That's right, for the clicks.
For the clickbait.
Such clickbait.
She's just gonna update that stuff. So yeah, it's been a crazy big week, and
Okay, it should update. God, thanks, Salty.
it's
You
only,
guys.
it's only gonna get crazier, isn't it? I am on Dungeon of the Mad Mage tomorrow for their level 4.
That's exciting.
So I'm gonna play a level 8 character. I'm gonna play a turtle monk
Yes.
sailor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's gonna have 1 level in barbarian. He's a strength-based monk,
Oh.
and his name's gonna be Welch.
Welch.
Yeah, because
Of course,
K.
yes,
Welch,
it has
yeah.
to be.
Skipping Welch.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. So.
Just Salty, did it update okay? Let us know when it did. Let me get
Clickbait.
back
That's
over
right. The old clickbait.
there. The old clickbait.
It's a generous pour of port.
Yes. Yes, you really poured.
I just killed the bottle. You know.
Some water in here.
The category will update. It might take an extra. Sometimes you have to click.
I can't believe I did that.
Yeah,
That
you
was
usually have to
foolish.
refresh on Twitch these days for
I
the
know, I
category
know.
to update. Probably salty.
Foolish. Well, we'll get started eventually. I don't know when.
It's LaCroix, so you know she hasn't completely abandoned her brand.
What is my brand?
I think we both know. Just the
The accusation? Like, what is this?
A read your own accusation.
Like, what is this?
All good. Thanks, Salty.
Awesome. You gotta balance out the intake of port with a little bit of water. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time.
You know what might be good for this stream is to
What?
have a chat widget. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I was thinking about that before.
Might make the VODs. I mean, not people aren't really gonna watch VODs of this, so it's like whatever.
Right.
But,
Salty's
they might,
watched
though.
some VODs.
well, Salty is our #1
That's
superhero
right.
fan.
Salty-
Him and Emma are vying for the top spot. He's the best.
Salty is pretty damn great. You guys are all great.
You are all great. We love you guys. We love knowing you guys. We love having you on.
That's right. Emma says she's coming for you,
Good
Salty.
for you. Emma's pretty great. That's right, Rachel. You are here for the art and conversation.
That's
We
right.
appreciate you.
We do. Oof. I'll get heat one of these days. It's getting worse. I was gonna tape it, but I don't know where all electrical tape is, so I'm gonna have to buy some more, I think.
So,
Issues.
Yeah.
The
So,
issues that we have.
I'm on
here.
Variant Rolls tomorrow at 2 p.m. EDT, Eastern. And
Yes.
then Liz is running at 4 p.m. Eastern, I think, on
Okay.
Nerd Asylum. Something like that. Alchemist
Right.
Asylum? Nerd Asylum? Yeah.
Nerd Asylum, I think
Nerd
that's
Asylum. So, we got some stuff going on tomorrow. It's going to be really pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Pretty great. Yes.
Hi,
Electric
Kyle.
Dance Trolls time. Hi, Kyle.
Your turtle in action. I can't wait to see your Luxodon in action. Emma's playing a Circle of the Moon, right? Druid. That's a Luxodon, and I
That's
really,
pretty exciting.
I really want to play a Luxodon really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, really bad. They're giant elephants.
I know, they're so cool.
Oh my god. But I want to, of course, play like a wizard. Luxodon wizard. Or something weird. Something weird. Either moon or
Weird
land.
is why I had to play Dreams, you know?
Yeah.
Get weird with it.
Yeah. Me too. Luxodons are just the greatest thing. Oh, that's awesome, Rachel. So you're going to do a Pokemon
Very
tabletop
cool.
at 8 a.m. Eastern. And then she's going to be on RPG Labs with Sam at 12 Eastern. That's awesome, Rachel.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're going to be in that. You and
There's
Sam,
so much fun stuff happening tomorrow. My God.
Yeah, you and Sam played really well together in the off-stream game we all played. That's awesome, Rachel. You're getting out there. That's really great.
Okay, so on Twitter today, I saw a thread about Mercer fashion. And
Hey.
and Mercer said something
Leave him alone.
about. You don't know where I'm going with this.
All right, fair enough.
You don't know where I'm going with
But I know what you said.
and Mercer was saying something about like how he's still learning and everything, and Brian Foster responded with, "I've got Sam's credit card. Let's go shopping." And I was just thinking, get that man a corset. That's all I could think. Was get
corset?
that man a corset.
I mean, he'd rock it. Wouldn't
I
he?
know. That's all I could think. So you did not know where I was going with that.
Yeah, but I know what you've said before. Yeah, where does one catch the Pokemon stream, Rachel? I would be fascinated by a Pokemon tabletop RPG. I think you can link in the chat. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think we
We'll
have links
untime you out or
enabled.
whatever if you get destroyed by the bot.
I think the bot allows links.
I think it does. Yeah, we'll unpurge you or whatever if it dings you.
That's right.
Same game that Val is also in. Val is going to be on Sam's RPG Lab thing. I'm pretty sure that should be the same one as Rachel's going to be in. So, Sam ran for me. Sam is Eldritch Warlock on Twitter, and we played with him last night in Variant Roles.
Yep.
And he played Nevda, who blew himself up.
Yep.
And
Because he just downloaded its consciousness into a different body.
you know, like you do.
Like you do.
And he played.
Just normal things, you know?
Yeah.
Normal stuff happening here.
He's a sweet boy. 12 Eastern. Okay. And so Sam ran a all Blood Hunters one shot off stream for me and Rachel and Kyle, where we were all Blood Hunters, and it was totally badass. And,
All Blood Hunters would be so cool.
That was my first time meeting Sam. Well, Sam's very passionate about the Witcher series, and so
Makes sense, yeah.
it was really well done. Had a lot of attention to detail and care, and he did a really great job. So Sam is terrific. So be sure to check out RPG Labs for our buddy Sam. There we go. Yeah, post it in VR shoot too. That'd be great. Hit those promos.
Yeah, plug that stuff.
The promos are seriously so nice because it's like sometimes like you don't see it, the Twitter algorithm,
That's
you don't
right.
see it.
That's right.
And then like I've checked VR chat before and seen you guys on stuff, and I'm like, oh hey.
Yep. Whereas, like, you can be on Twitter and just it never comes across for some reason.
Yeah, Twitter's pretty good though about it.
I really like heat.
Well, I hope the Pokemon tabletop RPG thing goes well.
Man,
Nice.
I had it in a spot where it would. And
You're not having any heat.
I was doing a little last night.
This is about to be a just chatting stream.
Here we go. We might have heat soon.
First time DMing. I'm so glad that my first time DMing was 17 years ago.
Right? I wish that had been it for me.
Put that one behind me. It was like my second or third. And it was probably even more than that. But you know how when you're a teenager playing D&D, if any of you know this experience, like everyone like tells you they're gonna get a game together, and you spend like 8 hours making characters. You play for 5 minutes, everyone goes home because no one knows what they're doing. That was probably most of what I did before I started DMing.
Right.
So DMing was really in my mind, other than a game in Wes's that I played for a little while.
Yeah.
DMing is pretty much my first kind of experience. And a little bit of Temple of Elemental Evil before that in 3rd edition. So DMing is really how I identify.
Oh shoot! You know what else I forgot to do? I forgot
What?
to make sure I could switch down to 720 instead of 1080.
We might be streaming at 1080 and the encoding might suck. Sorry, guys. Sorry for trying to bring you high quality streams. Twitch doesn't allow it.
Yeah, Twitch is like, nope, nope. Just, you know. Nope.
DMing can be very nerve-wracking. I think it's a lot about trust and confidence. If you have like a few people that really support you at the table and aren't being too difficult, that can be really easy.
Yeah.
I think I got very lucky because I had 3 players who were just happy to show up and roll dice, and I could do just about anything I wanted, and they were just happy to be there. So I think I got really lucky with 3 really terrific players for a really long time in my life. I don't think it really.
Chase is very much like that.
Yeah, he really doesn't really care what happens. He's just there to show up and support you. He's very supportive.
Oh yeah, D and Doggos. Yeah, we have. So Liz bought D and Doggos as well.
Did.
So she is planning on doing something with that at some point. Who did I say I needed to be? I think there was a golden retriever wizard, and I want it.
I thought we both wanted to be the Corgi Warlock too, though.
Yeah, also that's pretty great. It's pretty great, but like just being a golden retriever and a wizard sounds like
just an all-around good boy.
Yeah,
or girl in this case.
Yeah, just a good girl. Just a good girl.
Corgi Lock, yes. Eldritch Blast, Corgi Blast.
Korglock, yes.
Emma, everything you told me about your game has sounded terrific. You and Val sound like you're really fun DMs, and you kind of get it. You get that it's about kind of performing for others, and it's really a very serving position.
Yeah.
You give a lot in.
I didn't start DMing until last year.
Yeah. Alexis had the rare and beautiful treat of having me as a player, so I mean she's just blessed.
Also, my first experience like GMing wasn't D&D.
Yeah.
Which was also nerve-wracking because it was a system that none of us had played before.
But as it turns out, it was a pretty good idea because
that's right.
Yeah.
Because then I didn't have anybody going like, "Oh, that's not how this works."
Yep.
I'm like, "Excuse me, I'm the GM."
Well, and rules light and different systems are actually a really good way to get into GMing.
Yes.
I really like the fact that Dungeon World has like this chassis. If you've ever looked, you should look at the playbooks.
I will.
They have like Barbarian, Druid, Wizard, Rogue, Fighter, or Warrior, I think they call it. They have very similar chassis, but the rules are better to help people facilitate.
That's nice.
Again, like we've talked about, tell you what to do.
Right,
so.
right.
I want to play the Immolationist, I think it's called, or the Immolator in Dungeon World. So.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for one of them to run it.
It just screams Annihilation to me.
Corgi Blast.
Corgi Blast.
Right, exactly, yeah. Pull the Dungeon World rules into your own game. I've recently kind of implemented a soft flashback system. I haven't actually had the flashback yet, but...
Oh!
Well, because I didn't want to take up... There was a lot of things going on, and the briefing for his docent, now I needed to have that flashback actually happen. I keep kind of forgetting, to be honest. But
Right.
Get to it. Lots of little great things from other systems you can pull and use. It's great to use those devices that tell you what to do. Maybe if I just scoot like back to have light on my face. Isn't that what Chase did?
I think so. Yeah, we need to get a
diffusing
panel in that light. Is this organic?
There we go. Hey, guys. Oh, God, I cannot read chat now. That was a terrible idea. Yeah, World of Darkness actually, for a brief moment in the 90s, overtook, I think it was the 90s or early aughts, overtook D&D in popularity. DM David has a good blog about that. I think it's DM David who wrote about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm getting so frustrated. This was working last night.
Still no heat?
It's getting more and more finicky. I know what I'm gonna do. I'll be right back. You entertain everybody here.
Matt chats to chat.
Yep, Matt chats to chat.
Hey, folks. Now that Alexis is gone, we can begin the demon summoning and the gayness. Oh my god, I heard Mage was crazy, Mage the Ascension. I heard mages were like the most broken nonsense in White Wolf World of Darkness. That's right, DK, summon demons, folks.
Try something. I don't know if it'll work.
Electrical tape would be better.
Well, if I had it, it would be better. It sure would be better. Luckily, everything's already in.
There we go. Rachel linked it. There you go, guys. Fractured Moon Druid. I've played a Moon Druid. I am playing one right now. Not right this second, but I play a Goliath Moon Druid who's a king.
When's our next game? Is that on Thursday next week? I can't even.
I don't know. Oh, is it Thursday next week?
It bums me out.
Shit. I was gonna say, are we gonna run something next Thursday?
I was thinking about running the Tal'Dorei, but I was like,
it's so good for us. Like, it went so well last time.
I know. I was thinking about it, and then I realized I think we're playing Points of Light.
Well, agreement's an agreement, I guess.
Right.
I am a Moon Druid. I really am. Sorry, I gotta scoop closer to you because I'm off frame. I lean right.
Alright, so let's try to get heat going through to this while we
No,
talk
but
to chat. And I'm gonna try to tape this up so that it stays. What's happening in chat?
They're just chatting.
Saying that you are a Moon Druid?
I am a Moon Druid. I really enjoy being one. It's a lot of fun. I really like shape-shifting. And Moon Druids, their major feature is being able to shape, not only wild shape as a bonus action, but wild shape into creatures that are 1/3 of their CR. So as a level 14 Moon Druid, 1 level Barbarian, I'm able to shapeshift into 4th level beasts. And I can use 2 of those uses to form into one of the 4 elementals. Earth, water, air, and fire. And that's really fun. I really like Moon Druids. I really like them.
Moon Druid was the very first thing I played in 5th Ed.
Yep, in the one shot that set up the Ghost of the Machine.
No, before that.
Oh, before that? Oh.
Yep. Before that.
Nice.
Yeah. There were 2, I can't remember which came first. If I played in the little one-shot at Gen Con first, or if I played the one-shot that I think Rob ran up here.
Oh, yeah,
just
that
to, like,
thing.
get us, exploring it.
I remember.
But I'm pretty sure I played the Moon Druid in Rob's, and I think that I also played a Druid in the other one. It's either that or Wizard.
A Forest Gnome Circle of Shepherd Druid. That's pretty boss. I love gnomes.
That's pretty great.
I love gnomes a lot.
Shepherd Druid seems like really neat. I have never played one yet, but it seems really cool.
Yep. Shepherd Druid is not quite my swag, but I think it's well designed.
Yes.
And I think it's pretty cool.
I think all the Druids are very well designed.
Yeah, land I feel like gets like, oh, it's just not as strong as Moon, but Moon is just really strong in the first.
Land has natural recovery, which is super strong.
And a bunch of auto prepare spells,
That's
and their
right.
level 10 and level 14 features. Whoo boy!
So land is actually plenty strong.
It's really, 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 really quite strong, and they can do really interesting things based on their subtype.
That's right.
So I really like land. I have a lot of love for land.
Land Druid is what I was in this last one shot. It was a forest druid. Oddly enough, the merfolk was a forest druid.
Oh, you were land in that. Yeah. Duh. Wait, they set it up as a forest druid?
Apparently, because I guess like merfolk in that world can live in like streams and rivers and lakes.
Oh, okay.
So if you're in the
And it's a very jungle area.
yeah, right. So
There's a couple things that bother me about the Circle of the Land subtypes. They don't have like just a straight up ocean one. They have coast.
right.
And they don't have like jungle. They have forest, which I don't know how different that might be, but it kind of seems like it could be pretty different.
Yeah, like
Jungle
insect
would be
plague
more.
or something
Well,
like that.
oh yeah, a lot of them
probably
have
needs to
insect
be,
plague,
like,
but jungle would have like maybe ray of sickness. You know, like more poison stuff or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That makes sense.
And I added, they don't have one that's fiery, so for Ghost in the Machine, they went to a volcano, and I added a Druid of the Volcano subtype for land in
It was
Ghost in the
pretty terrifying.
yeah.
It's pretty awesome, but
Druid-
druids with fireball, like God.
Fireball, Cloud Kill, Stinking Cloud, Darkness, Flaming Sphere. I forget what the 4th level options were. Stone
Emma's
Shape.
freaking out.
Yes, Druid of the Volcano. If you go watch Return to Fort Mountain Hall, and then what was the Ungoli episode called? Well, then there was the King's Course, and then you guys came back.
Shit, I can't think of them.
With Splinter in the Green, you were fleeing it.
Yes, Splinter in the Green. We came back.
It was I had a name for it. 30 some odd episodes. So it's somewhere in between there. It's between Splinter and the Green.
Watch, it was just something like Into Ungoli or something.
No, it was. I would
just
remember
kidding.
it then. It's around that time. It's 30 like 20 between 28 and 30 something. So
Is this something about the Umber Road? I don't know. I'm just
oh,
gonna
that's
try
really
to
sweet of you,
finish it.
Emma. We've had a couple people binge it like hardcore, and we really appreciate that.
It's pretty sweet to see. Just, I love it so much.
Yes, so in Ghost, the Druid of the Dragon, funny you should mention that. So our land druid, Selena, is a grasslands druid, but she has a cloak on her that harbors a fraction, 2 fractions now, of the dead goddess Eurysadril.
It has 2 fractions now?
Yeah, she released one. It's awakened.
Oh, that's right.
The cloak
that's
is awakened.
right.
In the
It's
Return to
2.
Space, you guys
I kept
accomplished
thinking
that.
about the mask somehow. Like,
No.
how'd she get it out of the mask?
Yeah, it's
No, that's not a thing that
It's
happened.
Eurysadril, the slumbering goddess, and she's a green dragon, and our land druid can turn into a dragon wormling right now. So it exists in Ghost in the Machine.
Yep, it sure does, folks.
Thank you, Emma. That's kind of what so Emma said it's just so compelling, and you all give yourselves over to it. What you all do are my goals for my tables. Like that's
Aw.
honestly like that's our aim. Like we're like
Yep.
like we don't want people for what we want to do. That's how we enjoy playing, and
That's right.
to stream it, that's what we felt we needed to do in order for us to be happy with
Yep.
the content we were making.
Absolutely.
And you'll see us in the one shot. We know how to cut our one shots. We know how to cut loose.
That's right.
We know how to have fun and just be really silly. But
That's right.
for our main campaign, we really like to. We still have fun. We have a lot of humorous moments, a lot of humor.
We do.
But we like to we like the drama. We love the soap opera.
Oh my god.
Well, at least I love the soap opera.
You get like a different experience though. Can you imagine if you had like Bleeding Edge every week?
Yeah, I would
Like
be.
that level of.
I would love it.
I love it too. It also is like Rob was saying. It's like it's more stress than he has at work.
It got very stressful there for a while.
It really, truly.
In becoming part 1, 2, and 3, that was a lot. But it's behind you now.
Is it though?
Is it though?
Is it though? Morgan's not actually dead. She's just gonna, reincarnate basically.
I mean, she's in the land of cold unending for a good long while.
Yeah, but still.
Matt is more stressed than I am. My DMing style is very existential. It's very intense, but there's a lot of fun. My players I feel like are rewarded very well, and I'm pretty responsive, and We communicate.
Yes, we're rewarded very well by having 4 of my items become useless.
Quit it. You know damn well you made out better than you lost, and you damn
know
well
that I'm giving you shit.
You damn
you
well
know that I am not actually sitting there going, "Where's my loot?"
Right.
Looking at some of you though.
Well, you're welcome to watch The Ghost in the Machine.
That's right.
If you haven't seen me DM.
I do love it, Emma. Of course I love it. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't do it every week.
I'm a stress-free player.
That's a load of shit.
No, her pack doesn't change. So there's nothing in the Warlock class, and there's nothing in my mind that would change her pact. But she did lose her Moon Ring and her Pact Keeper, and she's no longer, in the story and in the narrative, of course, she's no longer under Mab's allegiance or Morgan's protection.
Right.
But she is now, because spoilers, episode 36, she is now a Fae. Because she chose the summer, not the summer, I should have made the gym blue, because now red in my mind, but
yeah, it's
the
fine.
Winter Joy Fae. And she is beginning the path of becoming an Archfey. Thank you,
Aww.
Emma. You're so sweet. It really means the world for me, coming from my peers when they tell us that we're doing a good job. It means a lot.
I DM'd this week on Dragon Heisters, and I'm DMing again next week. And I get to introduce a very fun NPC that I cooked up.
You did such a good job, Alexis. I was having such a good time.
Oh, good. I'm glad. It's hard sometimes to tell because you're playing such a different character.
I know. It's been hard to play. Okay. How do we want to unpack? Wait, okay, hold on. Let's finish the Dragon Heist stuff, and then we'll maybe unpack a bit of Ghost in the Machine for Rachel.
Okay.
So you did a really great job, but yeah, Johnny is... So for a year now, off stream, we've been playing in Princes of the Apocalypse.
That's right.
And I play like a wholesome Amma Frey Barkweave, who's a furball wizard, and I'm like really polite, and like manners mean the world to me.
That's
and like
right.
I'm very loving. I'm like a dad to like a hippogriff and
one
my
of
son.
the characters basically has called you Papa Frey now.
Yes. Nadine and I are basically raising a goblin. Nadine is her character, who is a Asimir bard sorcerer.
Yep.
And we're basically like co-parents who raise a goblin son.
It's really great.
In Dragon Heisters.
And co-parents without like any kind of relationship
romance,
there.
I'm
There's
afraid
no
is
romance.
gay and dates Garland, and she's
and they're just like best buds.
Yeah.
It's great. it's like us in real life.
Yes, yeah. I mean, yeah. So it's like, and like everyone's friends, and we have a homestead together. In Dragon Heisters,
our characters basically hate each other right now.
I despise her.
Yeah.
Because she's everything that, for backstory reasons, for written and expressed and motive. Hey, Nat. For all authentic reasons, my character despises her character. My character's a criminal. He has blackmailed people. As Ty outed me within the first 2 minutes of the game, I've blackmailed, I've extorted, I've kidnapped. I'm not a very good person.
And my character, I'm not going to get into the details.
Right. Because you didn't get outed.
That's right, I haven't been outed. I have kind of been weirdly shaped in a way that I did not anticipate, because he just didn't clear anything with me and just called me Lady Val.
Right.
I was like, what is this? What is this?
Right.
When did I say that I was nobility? I'm not. Anyway, for backstory reasons, she hates the fact that you are prying into her who she is and her life and all that shit.
Yep.
She's like,
But
get
Johnny
the
doesn't
fuck
care.
out of my business.
But Johnny doesn't care.
And she cannot stand how.
Okay, Rachel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's some conflict, but it's all character based.
So yeah,
It's all about the drama.
It's wild.
And it's been hard because I don't enjoy playing someone who's not a particularly terrific person. Johnny, I wouldn't say Johnny's
Or 100% a team player.
or that either. He is not. He wouldn't. He is a team player
To an extent.
to an extent.
I can tell that. Yeah.
He wouldn't steal from the party. He doesn't steal from people who can give him things and benefit. For he's not stupid.
Right.
But he's
Don't bite the hand that feeds.
But he's not willing to like co-own a store with people he met yesterday. He's like, what is this?
It's not like Val/Sil really wants that either. My character, okay. So it's been shown on stream, but the other players don't know. The other characters don't know that my character is she's a shape changer.
Changeling.
She's a changeling.
And no, the party doesn't know. I just think she's Val.
That's right. And there are story reasons why you don't know.
Of course there is. Yeah. You're not just doing that to be like, look at me, I'm a snowflake.
No, absolutely not.
Of course not.
God, no.
So it's been interesting. It's been difficult because I had to fight. I've played with these people for over a year now, and I have to fight the impulse to be the dad of the group.
Yeah.
So I do, So you see me like Val and I were getting into it, and it's not easy for me, but I think in the end it'll make for an interesting story, and that's the goal.
Yeah.
We have our X's and N's and O cards for things.
That's right.
In case any of us take it too far, or if any of us just
safety tools are important, folks.
Yeah. So that's Dragon Heisters.
Yep.
Ghost in the Machine. Both Emma and Rachel. Rachel, I know you don't have a whole lot of time, but how do we break down the Ghost in the Machine? The plot is very large.
Who are we unpacking Ghost in the Machine for?
Emma and Rachel.
Okay, all right. So, why don't you start with the broad basics of the world?
Yeah. And
Maybe
then you can
that?
kind of
Yeah.
get specific. So, it's set in the western continent of my own custom world, and that western continent is unique in a lot of different aspects. Not totally unique, but it's an industrial kind of 19th century, late 19th century magic as technology, but also technology as technology, kind of steampunkish kind of setting. It has been going on for 36 episodes and plus some pre-stream stuff.
Right.
And the party is a motley group of 2 nobles and 2 basically criminal rogue spies. 2 nobles and 2 spies.
Basically, yeah.
That have been embroiled in a central conflict that revolves their houses, their lot in life, their careers, and the powerful ruling classes of the family, of the ruling classes of the country that are, as it has been exposed, involved in an infernal plot to maintain their power that is slipping away from them. They have been shunned by their goddess, it would appear. They have lost their power in the light, in the arresting light. And they have mage punk, yeah, that's what it's called. And they have turned to infernal magics to cement their hold on their country and to continue the reign of their mageocracy. That, along the way, has involved a lot of memory wipes, mind-altering magics, journeys to the void, which is like space, and back, traveling through time, some romance, some betrayal, some deceptions, and a lot of different ups and downs. And some people have died and come back to life.
Yeah. All that
So
is true. There's a lot of intrigue. There's a lot of drama.
Yeah.
There's also like the underlying theme of like identity.
Memory. We say memory, identity, magic, and politics.
That's right.
So do we want to go like arc by arc? How do? Watch the show.
Well, we can start with the way
the journey
Sibelius, who Sibelius is.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that will tell a lot about the way the world is.
So Sibelius, Rob's character, is a once prince of the Aramir, which are the High Elves. The elves used to inhabit the Western continent when they came from a different dimension. About, depending on who you ask, not 2,000 years ago, but about, if I remember my own world, about 600 years ago.
I like that. If I remember my own world.
No, that's when the Gish arrived. About 1,500 to 2,000 years ago, the elves arrived, and they inhabited the Western continent, and then the Gish, which are the human subculture, they came to the Western continent and over time displaced the elves. Sibelius is a 450-year-old wizard elf who was one of the last remaining old elves in the world who survived the Elven Wars and the Plague. The story picks back up 200 years after the Elven Wars and 15 years after the Great War, which was a World War-like conflict that took place between all the different countries in the world, and that is the kind of backdrop that we started with. And it's been 15 years since the Great War and 200 years since the Elven Wars.
And one of the things that ended the Great War
Yes.
was the development of Warforged and the development of like a big mana bomb.
Yeah, started the war and then also in a way ended it.
Right.
The creation of the Warforged and the creation of the mana bomb, the magic bomb that got dropped in Athadia. So you can see the parallels and the metaphors for World War II, Americanism, yada yada yada. Talk arcs or just talk. Thank you, Emma. You're so sweet. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom if you want to pick up from me.
All right. So
Give him your.
let's see. So yeah, so there are Warforged. I'll let Matt talk more about the Warforged. I'll tell you about Gilly a little bit. Gilly is she's a noble from a halfling house in the Glide. The Glide is the area where most of the halflings live in that world. They weren't really involved so much with the big war with the elves and the Gish, the humans. But they basically are big in like the hospitality industry and that sort of thing. A lot of the inns and taverns and things like that, especially in the Glide and across the continent, are owned by different halfling houses. So the groundwork for that. Oh, Matt's coming back. Matt, you can tell them about Warforged.
Yeah.
Because that's a you or Justice thing, I think. I was just mentioning like where Gilly is from.
You talk
and stuff.
for a little
bye,
bit because
Rachel.
I don't want me to. Bye, Rachel. I don't want to sit here and mansplain for 2 hours on your show. the manitude. Go ahead. Continue what you're saying. I'm just gonna listen.
Okay, so I guess I'll mention that. What is it? What was I gonna say? I don't know.
Well, let's reply to.
Oh yeah. Hi, Shad.
Hi, Shad. There are so many parallels between that and my. See,
Nice.
I ascribe that to you and I both being history people. You.
Yeah, that makes a
Dwarf
lot of
Cricket, you
sense.
teach history, and I majored in history and economics in college. So that's my attribution. That's how I see it. Hi, Shad. It's so good to see you, buddy.
Hi.
I love Shad.
I know. You
Shad
were
feeds me.
freaking out last week about all of the meta, not the meta, all of the plot from
The torrid romance
Yeah.
that his characters have. Shad was very kind enough to send me his notes from his game that was told in the perspective of his character, and he's in like this.
They're in our
This
Discord.
unrequited, yeah, and they're in the Discord. Check out RPG discussion, and they're in our Discord. And I was just living for like the torrid gay romance and unrequited love. It was just like I was living for it. So,
Yeah, I'm just doing some more attempted burning because my
Okay.
wood burning tool is not cooperating with me right now.
I think Shad's trolling you because he's like more burning question
Oh,
mark. Like,
yeah, okay.
Like, yeah, he knows.
I'm
he
glancing
knows.
up very quickly.
He says I'll get to it in the moment. Shad always comes ready to spill the tea. Shad, or what are your pronouns?
I think they're him, I think.
I'd assume because you're in a torrid gay romance as a tabaxi, but if you don't mind telling us. I
I think I know that somehow, but I can't.
Typical guy. Okay,
all right.
Typical guy's your pronoun. That's one hell of a pronoun.
Typical guy.
So he, him, I'm assuming. So Chad always comes ready to spill the tea. He is just ready.
That's right.
He's like, I came with tea.
And I'm gonna spill it.
Thank you, Shad.
All over
I was
you.
just giving you a hard time. See, so if we tell it in arcs, right? Good God, there's so much.
There is so much.
But we don't have to go over every little detail. Let's just give like broad strokes, right?
Yeah. That works.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, Shan.
Yeah, me too. So super broad strokes. The very first arc really that we had was before the stream. And we were just kind of getting the lay of the land of, it was just basically setting some expectations and, just setting the landscape of the world, right?
Yeah.
So, like the political landscape, like our expectations, that sort of thing. And we were supposed to be guarding, we were hired basically as bodyguards for Civilius. And we were hired to accompany him on this journey where his familial ancestral blade had been recovered somehow. It had been long lost since the Elven and Gish War.
Yep, 200 years ago.
Yeah, and he basically had to, for just show, basically, accompany the blade, and then it was going to be dedicated to a museum in the capital of Gishari, which was like a huge insult to him, basically, because of obvious reasons.
Yep.
You know, it was his father's, right?
Yep.
And his father's before that, and
Federicio Amastasio. Yep.
and been passed down through several different generations.
The Aramir were known as the Vizier Kings. They were the wise wizards and the powerful archmages of the elven culture that existed prior to Gishari, the Gish conquest of the continent.
Yeah,
So, and Civilius, as you can see, is stepping back into that power.
that's right.
The idea being that he used to be more powerful, he got drunk for about 200 years, forgot everything, and now he's reclaiming his power.
Yeah.
He's probably about where he was back when he was a warrior. I think he's about a level or two off.
Okay, all right. So he's finally coming back to like what he was. Interesting. I knew that in some regards, but I didn't know how high a level he was before this all started.
Yeah, that's generally
Which
the
is
idea.
interesting because it's so interesting to see like the parallels that we accidentally have come up with between our campaign and campaign 2 of Critical Role.
Yeah.
Like Caleb having a similar thing going on with him is very interesting, and they're both the wizards.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Isn't it weird?
It's pretty
like,
great.
And the whole, oh, God.
So maybe that would be a better way to do this if you guys just ask us questions.
Yes, let's do
would
that.
be
Instead
so
of us
much
just
better.
sitting here and telling you random shit, like
'Cause
not
it's too
knowing
much.
what we're
and
doing.
also, if you ever have any downtime, I did campaign diaries, and they're all on Dice Priority, and they're all on my own YouTube channel, where I did campaign diaries for every single bit of the pre-stream stuff. And they're all pretty digestible. The first two are like an hour long, but then the other ones are like 20 minutes or whatever.
Real quick, I'll take a stab at just very, very, very quick TLDRs.
Yeah.
First arc
Hey, Rob.
pre-stream, we went. Oh, hey, Rob's here. We were going from one city to another on a train to escort Civilius with this thing. We took a little detour so that he could have this professor.
Professor
Professor Basilier help make a blade for him.
I'm proud of this.
In that little dungeon crawl, we went to go recover an artifact for that, and through some madness effects, Gilly lost half her hand.
Yep, and became Gilly half-hand.
That's right. That's right. So that happened in like the second or third session that we played. Moving on from that, there was a lot of uproar about the blade. It changed course, things happened. We were no longer asked to accompany it. It was kind of hidden away. There were several different...
Thank you, Rob.
There's several different, like... There were distractions. There were illusions to see, like... Now you don't know where it is. It's like the cup and the ball sort of thing.
Yep. Departed.
Then we got to Bridgeton. And that whole arc was about Gilly discovering how she was created, how she was born, because she was born of magic. She has 2 moms, and she was born of both of them biologically, which is possible in a world of magic. It's great. But, Gilly didn't know the full extent of how that happened, and she learned about how she was made through a deal with some hags, and she was both Fae and material plane halfling. And she was made in this exchange to also reincarnate in the material plane an archfey, Morgan, which shouldn't have been really possible, but through this deal and everything it was. And there was also in that contract the agreement that the O'Shea's youngest child would be given to the hags to become a hag. At the time that contract was made, they found the O'Shea's didn't intend to have any children beyond Gilly. So, but through the war, which the hags knew were going to happen because they have methods to see into the future and all that shit. So they really did the O'Shea's bogus.
Yep.
They did the O'Shea's really dirty. They basically were going to get the youngest adopted child because there were a lot of war orphans, and the O'Shea's, a noble house, couldn't just sit by and not adopt and not help out.
Yep. So they started adopting. And they kept adopting, thinking they could just adopt forever, so they would never technically have a youngest child.
That's right.
But eventually they got complacent. The deal never came. And then one day the Agnes came a-calling.
That's right. And that is around the time that Gilly learned about the contract and everything, and that something needed to happen in order to save her youngest sister.
Yeah. That's about the first 10 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
First 8 or 10 episodes. The Bridgeton stuff.
Jill LaCroix was also introduced in that arc.
She was introduced episode 1 as a friend of the family. And she was never seen again.
That's
until
right.
I think she came back for drinks one night, didn't she?
She came back.
Oh yeah, to modify.
She came back to modify my fucking memory.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right. She came back for drinks, I believe. Just
for drinkies.
Innocent drinks.
Innocent drinks. Don't worry. I'm just toying with your mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So that was like the first 8 or 10 episodes. So we were off to a strong start. So to answer Emma's question, how did I come up with the names for the places? Some of it just kind of came to me. Like Gish is obviously mage warrior, and the whole thing revolved around magic and Gish fighters and things like that, and that was easy. Aramir came to me. Mir came to me as a subrace for elf from Skyrim and like Elder Scrolls, and Ari just kind of sounded airy and high, and that made sense to me.
Yeah, exactly.
As far as regions, that was really hard. I actually changed stuff even to the very last minute, but I just sat with it. Some things came naturally. Avamir for the region in the northwest was really easy.
Where Antinia is.
But I would just think of like, what is the main theme? What is the main thing, the main conflict, or the main idea of this region, even this region as a whole?
Right.
So for the glide, it was mostly about its shape and the fact it was all mountainous and misty, and I pictured halflings having these little wind things that they would jump off, which I never actually got to. But they had these little things where they can jump. Well, it was mentioned, but very briefly.
A little bit, yeah.
They have these little wind umbrellas that they jump and they glide off with, and that's kind of where the region gets its name.
Cool.
And it also gets its name because of its shape.
Right.
And Stone Marsh is literally a land petrified. It's a petrified swamp. The entire area is imperialism. That's kind of where I got my names from to answer Emma's question.
Yeah.
But where did the name from Gilly come from? I remember this conversation.
Where did what?
Gilly's name come from? Emma asked.
I just thought that, okay, so we talked a lot about what my character would be for this campaign, because everybody else basically already had, I'm going to do this and I want to be this, and like the two big things, two classes that I really enjoy, were already basically like, yeah, I'm going to play a wizard. Yeah, I'm going to play a monk. I was like, okay, well, I'm already playing a monk in a different campaign. It's already fine that I'm not playing a monk. And Liz wanted to be a druid. I'm like, okay, well, I struggled a long time with, like, what am I going to play? And I eventually settled on playing what my heart is after, a bard. Which I'm so happy that that's what I decided to do.
I remember I messaged you.
It was like, because I was going to play a cleric for a while.
Or a moon druid, wasn't it?
I was going to play for a while I was going to play a Tempest cleric, and I was also considering moon druid, right?
Minotaur, yeah.
Yep, Minotaur moon druid, which still is a good fallback. Although it might be Minotaur dream druid now is my fallback. But yeah, and I settled on that. We talked a lot about how, other characters already had really intense backstories and really intense drives that would shape a lot of what the campaign would look like.
Yep.
So we talked about how Gilly would more or less be like a foil for the different things going on.
Yeah.
The way to expose how the average person would see the world, basically, is what Gilly is. So, and then we talked about her personality and stuff like that, and Gilly just felt like a ray of sunshine. It's the feeling that you get is when I found the name Gilly.
Yeah.
When I settled on that, I was just like, it just seems really like happy and cheerful and sunshiny and naive, and that's like it embodies what I envisioned for Gilly, and that's how I settled on that.
It was almost onomatopoetic,
Right,
what I mean?
exactly. Exactly.
Sounds like what it is.
Exactly.
And
that is 100% what I wanted for her. Yeah.
So that was a process. I remember you were pretty much set on, I think it was Moon Druid, actually, and then I messaged you. I was like, you really shouldn't worry about what the group might need, because you were worried about tanking.
That's
and
right.
things like that.
That's right.
I was like, you really shouldn't worry about what the group might need. I was like, I will. If you guys are getting stomped, I will adjust the encounters to give you a fair chance. It's my job to balance the encounters to make sure they're fair. And sorry.
And honestly, after that, I was like, all right, I'm like,
this is
because I wasn't even sure.
Chance,
I was also thinking I might play the Tempest Cleric.
Right, and you would have had fun.
I would have.
But I was like, you have to understand this is going to be our one long-term campaign that we're definitely going to commit to,
and it's
as the pillar for this whole experience.
So anticipate not being able to play anything else.
Right, exactly.
For the next
while.
so many years.
Yeah. So what's that going to look like?
So then I was like, well, I have to play Bard then.
Yep, lore Bard.
Yeah.
Because we were so in love with all things Scanlan could do.
That's right.
And how effective he was with
That's
play
right.
style. Thank you for subscribing, Pyromancer.
Aw, yay.
Fang is a great name, Shad. So that was how Gilly came to be.
That's right.
Everyone else, no one else really consulted me on their name. Chase did, and he, of course, got the name Justice, which was brilliant considering his backstory that we talked about, and how much his character revolves around all those ideas. He's very much like a Batman-like figure, and it's very, very cool. Chase, I've been really proud of everything that Chase has accomplished as Justice and what he does. Because Chase is a slapdick. He's a slapdick. He's not dour, he's not monotone, he's not serious. He's a very funny, gregarious.
Yeah,
he's a very charming
much
guy.
Not what Justice really is.
Justice is this stone cold killer who doesn't care about anyone. Chase cares.
Justice kind of cares now.
Justice is learning to care.
That's right.
But early stream Justice, pre-stream Justice
is not
Chase at all. And how cold he could be was just unreal. Because Chase is a very sweet, caring, funny guy. And Justice is and Chase is also, he likes the ladies. As he married one. He loves the women's. And Justice is an asexual, soulless robot.
Yep. Nothing asexual and being soulless have anything to do with each other. It's just two things that he happens to be.
Okay, so Dwarf Cricket has asked, how long did creating this campaign take?
Oh my god.
How did you all connect? And then how did creating the actual arcs and stuff come together?
Matt has been working on this in his head for years.
A long time. So I would say the beginnings of this idea started 3 or 4 years ago, and even bits and concepts and pieces of it have been with me for even longer than that. The actual sitting down, writing things down, pen to paper, drawing, doing all that, took me... I grinded it out. Now, this is on an intense schedule. I didn't have to work at the time because I was privileged. It took me 6 months of just pounding paper to pavement, and that was 6 months. And then I still have to create. I'm still editing the City of Gish. They went to the City of Gish, and I saw that my map was out of date. I was like, God damn it, I forgot to edit it. So I was misnaming stuff. So the work never ends. But it took me 6 months to get it to where I felt comfortable. Of this is the world I can run in. Yeah, 6 months of tireless time, and and I still prep. I'm still constantly prepping. I haven't statted out suburbs in the Stone Marsh. I haven't there's a whole nother thing. There's a whole world to do. It just never ends, but it's a labor of love. How I'll connect, and then how did we all connect? I mean, I've known Chase for 17 years. We all kind of connected through Chase in a way.
Yeah, Chase and Rob went to college together.
Yep.
I met Chase online through OkCupid, oddly enough. And I think that's also how Rob and Liz met, through OkCupid, I think.
Yeah.
But
they're dating. You know, they're engaged.
Yeah.
And so I met Chase. Chase met Alexis, and Rob, and I have played a game. We're playing a game before Alexis came along, and then Alexis joined in, and it was really
like
great.
2 games actually.
Yeah, 2 games. Yeah, it was really great. And then
With
Liz came along
people.
just before we kind of started this whole Ghost of the Machine kind of stuff. She was around for a little bit, and that's how we all met. And I said, guys, I really want to stream this, and they said, well, if we're going to stream this, we all kind of want this option to kind of what we called future-proof, and we all wanted they all wanted their own piece of the streaming world. So that's kind of how we all came together and decided to do this. And it has not been easy. It is.
No, not at
It has
all.
not been easy, but it has been worth it, and we really enjoy what we do.
I love it so much.
Yeah. It's seriously such a good use of our free time, free time.
Free time?
Not that we have any of that anymore. No,
Nope, not as such. I definitely don't.
Yeah, I haven't had much here lately.
Well, yeah, I definitely haven't, considering I do things like I create the overlays, I created the logos for the company and for
we get
Ghost
to
of the Machine. This guy right here, I created.
Yep.
I created
My beautiful
the
logo.
map that
Yep.
we use for Ghost of the Machine, the big map of the continent.
Yes, got
That,
it.
oh my god.
I could literally cry how beautiful the map is.
I'm still going to be tweaking it and doing more with it.
Of course,
it's
'cause
going
you
to it's
are
going to
terrific.
improve over time, but
Right. You will one day be the well, I don't know about Devin Rue, but you'll be the next best thing.
there is no reason that I should expect anybody to say I'm the next Devin Rue. I'm not there. I don't. First of all, I have only been doing graphic design self-taught for, I don't know, since probably almost a year now, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Rob is being a troll.
Of
Yes,
course. When is Rob not a
Draska
troll?
is the largest continent. Maybe we should start with the things that are closer to the western continent, like Hafgar, the Durfin
Hafgar,
Archipelago,
where a lot of the
Cardoon.
Minotaurs are from.
Yeah, it's like 90% Minotaurs. It's Minotaurs all the way down.
That's right. That's right.
Even Un is closer than Draska. Literally every other country almost is closer than Draska.
That's right. All 3 countries that used to make up Athadia are closer.
Correct. The continent of Thadia also. So
Sorry,
yeah.
the continent of
Well,
Athadia?
no, that's okay. It's a country
It used to
and
be a
continent.
single country,
Yep.
and now it's a continent of 3 countries.
Yep, it is. It is.
One of them is called Athadia,
the Holy,
right?
the Republic of Dalmaria, the
Right.
Holy Kingdom of Thadia, and the Eastern Free States of Athadia.
Right.
So two out of 3, sort of.
That's right. There you go, kind of.
The Eastern Free States are dominated by Draska, the Iron Authority, which are basically magical communists. Gish is already lost. We should just bail. You guys are absolutely welcome to hitch a ride, go to Mercinia, hitch a boat, and go to Hafgar and seek asylum in Draska. You are absolutely welcome to do that if that's the story you want to craft.
Nope. Thank you.
Have fun
no.
in Draska.
No. I'm sorry. I'm playing a spellcaster. I don't want to go to Draska.
The Iron Laws. One interesting note that hasn't quite been revealed on stream, but I'll reveal it here. Draska has what are known as the Iron Laws of Magic. One of the Iron Laws of Magic is you cannot cast a spell that is above 2nd level without explicit permission by the government. So good luck, Sevilius. There's a whole system involved with magic and teleportation and all the things.
That's right. Oh! High-level warlocks, yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, all warlocks need is Eldritch Blast, right?
Yep.
Says the warlock without Eldritch Blast.
That's right. Warlocks would be really hot in that setting until about level 5.
I need to get this fixed.
But hey, if you're
It's
a
driving me
warlock
insane.
whose patron is the Iron the Iron, the party, the committee, the central committee, then you're all good. That subclass will one day be released. That's probably about the only warlock that's allowed to exist.
Which warlock?
Warlock of the. I haven't came up with the name yet, but basically your patron is the central committee of the Iron Authority.
My God.
The amorphous political party that rules the Droskan Empire. The Iron Republic of Droska.
Good God.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. You think the Iron?
Which means, okay, so here's the thing then.
Yeah.
Like, that means some things about meta magic.
Yes, it
and
does.
the way that magic works in Droska.
Correct.
Holy
Correct.
fuck.
Correct.
I did not expect this level of spoiler here.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't really spoil anything because you're not, like, actually telling how it works. You're just telling us
spoil
that
a little.
you're just giving us enough
Read
so
in.
that we know
Read in.
that it's different and, like, significantly different.
When Rob ran his Droskan one shot and I gave him an explanation, he's like, oh shit. He's like, I just wanted like Russian accents. I'm like, well, you can run it in Imperial Droska, so that's why Rob's one shot, which is really, really good, by the way, our Christmas one shot that he ran, is really, really good. It's set
so much
in
fun.
Imperial Droska before the Batorian Revolution that deposed the last ruling family.
And I played the Grinch, that means Whoville exists somewhere in Droska. It's canon.
Nope,
Canon.
not
Canon.
as such. Not as such.
Canon.
Nope.
If enough people say it on stream that it's canon, it's canon. That's how this works.
That's how that works.
That's how this works.
The Grinch is canon in my mind. He's head canon in the DM's canon.
That's
but
all
not-
I need.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
close.
all I need.
Because your performance as the Grinch was just the greatest thing. Who Nadlers?
I love how you went there.
As Johnny.
There's who's hoodless here.
Who Nadlers? Fizz Bay Vizzlers. When I tried to steal from that shop. Oh, God.
Oh my God, it's so great.
That was just the greatest thing. And everyone calling you a woman the whole time. It's like the Grinch is a man. Literally a man.
I pitched my voice down.
Yeah, you were literally a man when you were playing.
I said it, more than once that you're assuming my gender.
Yeah.
Like, it also helped that I was sick at the time, so
Yeah.
like I had
It worked out.
like no energy, and I was just like it's easy for me to
That
like
one shot
pitch
was
my
canon.
voice down.
I think Rob just linked the one shot. That's awesome.
Perfect.
So, yeah, the world has been, it's a labor of love. I will say I love the Ghost of the Machine. I love everything about it. It's a lot for me, for my style, and I've learned to kind of pare back and kind of be okay with making mistakes instead of over-preparing. Because I felt for a really long time I was over-investing, over-preparing my time.
Yeah.
And so I've
At a time where like you didn't really have that much to give.
Yes. I was running out of energy, running low.
Yeah.
So I took a week off 2 weeks ago, and that really helped me reflect. And so,
And then Nat saying I don't prep at all.
and him doing such a good job. I'm like, I used to not prep. And I'm still prepping. I'm still doing the work. But I'm just like, and he does his own kind of style of prep. But I'm
He
just like,
preps differently than a lot of
yeah,
other
I'm just
people.
like, you know what? I'll be okay. It's okay to make mistakes.
That's
So.
right. It's 100% fine.
My players are there. They're with me.
You have to make mistakes, otherwise you don't like improve.
Yeah, exactly. And we can all
It's a
improve.
2-step process, right? You have to make the mistake, and then you have to actually reflect on it and learn from it.
Yeah. I think I was trying to prep like other DMs who stream and how much they talk about prep. But I'm like, it's not me. Like, I'm happy to do my prep, but there's only so much I can do. Thank you, Dwarf Cricket. Thank you. You're really sweet. So, yeah, if you're a DM who wants to not only DM but stream your DM, start with some official content. Let people do the work for you.
That's right.
Start with a campaign setting book. Like, there's a lot of great campaign setting books that are literally just campaign settings. Penumbra from Turncloaks is like a low fantasy grim setting. Swords Fall is going to come out in like a year or something. That would be really cool. There's all sorts of really great campaign settings out there.
That's right.
Just let them do the work for you for a few, and start small. Be like,
Yeah.
this thing's going to go for 10 episodes, 10 sessions.
That's right.
We did it our way to kind of give us this kind of consistent thing that we are always coming back to.
And also, you had already been DMing for so
Yeah.
many years,
Yes.
and you had like. It's another thing, and I think Matt Colville had a video on this. Like, if you're not going to say something with the setting that you're making,
And there's no
then
point.
why make a setting
Right.
of your own?
Yep.
Like,
Yep. Exactly.
it's
It's a lot more work.
it is. It's so much more work. Let somebody else do that work for you.
Yep.
If you find a setting that you're like, yeah, I like a lot of these things, I'll tweak this here and there, and that's it.
Yep.
If you've played in a lot of settings and you've DM'd a lot, or even if you haven't and you know a lot about settings and world building, and you're like, well, I want to say this specific thing for whatever reason it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you have this drive and this urge to, make a calendar that's based on a 3-day week,
Yeah.
and see how much that changes things,
Yeah.
or something more profound, like the way that magic works fundamentally, or God, I could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But if you have something that you want to work in a certain way, and you are saying something with that,
Yep.
you want to make it different because that's not the way other campaign settings work. That's when you work on your own stuff. That's when you homebrew.
Yep.
But if you just want to play the game and any setting will do, just let somebody else do it.
Yep.
Let someone else do it.
If you want your game to be about like law versus chaos, then Nentir Vale already exists.
Right.
Nentir Vale already exists. You
That's
can
right.
just use that.
That's right.
If you want, if you want a setting that is about not existential, well, like Cthulhu exists for existential horror, like in Eldritch Magic and all that kind of stuff. And you can still homebrew your own stuff. It's fine. But like these things already exist. You need to be out there if you're going to do the work, and you don't want it to be kind of not a waste of your time, but a lot more effort than it's worth. then
Yeah.
you need to be saying something that
More effort
that
than
hasn't
you
been said
need to
yet.
be putting in, yeah. Like, for instance, in my Tal'Dorei
Yes.
one-shots, right? So my Tal'Dorei one-shots so far have all taken place just after, I think within like a year or within a year or two after the end of campaign 1 of Critical Role. So there are things that are different from the campaign book, the campaign setting, because the campaign setting came out before the campaign ended. So
Yeah,
there are
before
things.
Vecna.
That's right. So there are things that happen in the world, and the world in which I run it, the way that I run it, that have not happened in the campaign setting. So there are fundamental changes and fundamental differences that exist.
Right.
Now, a lot of the world building has been done before that. So all I need to do is take what Mercer put into that campaign setting,
Yeah.
flesh out the areas that I want to flesh out and in the ways that I want to, and also sculpt a little bit what the changes are based on things that happened according
Right.
to campaign 1 canon.
Right.
Because that's the world that I want to play in, right?
Right.
That's the world that I want to
Right.
fool around in and have my players exist in. So there are some differences. There are some things that I have cooked up in that to me make sense for how things have shifted in different landscapes in that setting.
Yep.
But a lot of the things like the history of the world, things like the Dawn War, the Calamity, the Age of Arcanum,
The basic geography.
all of that, I didn't
Already
have
done?
to do.
Yep.
I didn't have to do. So any of the world building that I'm doing when I take Tal'Dorei is okay, where does it go from here? What are the moving pieces that currently exist, and what are the central themes and tensions
Right.
that players can hone in on and touch on, and campaigns or small arcs even, or even a one shot can like center around a little bit.
Right, and what's my take on this
Yeah,
kind of thing? Because
exactly.
Tal'Dorei is fundamentally about the relationship between humans and their gods.
That's right.
And the
There's a
relationships
lot
with another.
there with that.
The Tal'Dorei that's one of the central things, and I feel like if you want to run a game, if you're a critter and you want to run a game that's about gods and humans, you should just run Tal'Dorei.
Run
Or
Tal'Dorei.
Exandria.
Exactly, because just by watching Critical Role, you are already getting so much world building experience. You already are getting inundated in a lot of that,
Yeah.
and you are shown a way to and this is one of the things that I do with my one-shots, is I think about, okay, sure, they're just going to run a heist. Great. Or sure, they're just going to, encounter, have a fight at a festival, whatever. Okay, but how do I play in with the world building?
You've covered 3 of your... See, I know this because we've talked a little bit about that. But each one shot, or at least especially the last 2, have covered 2 of your central themes.
Even the first one did.
And it did. Yeah, that's right.
The first one definitely did. The first
You're
one
right.
laid a lot of groundwork
Yes.
that you
Yep.
probably don't know that it's laid.
But if she ever gets around to launching the more long-term version, you'll see how it all, not necessarily all connects, but it's all referencing.
Yeah.
Your 3 of your central concepts are
That's
all
right.
in the one shot.
That's
yeah.
right. And I'm always looking for, okay, what is the neat little piece of lore that I can pull
Right.
into what's happening
Yes.
in this one shot? And every of the one shots that I've done in Teldori have done that. And that's not everybody's hot take. Like, that's not everybody's
Not
cup of
everyone's
tea.
style.
It's not. But it's mine. I love it.
Sure.
I love having that campaign setting to, just the book to just pull from and say, okay, this is what Mercer started, I'm going to build on it.
Yep. Dwarf Cricket had a really good message.
Oh yeah, what's that? Oh yes, message
She
me,
says,
message me,
yeah,
message
my
me.
friends and I are
I
still...
have some things that I need to message you about too.
Yeah, y'all need to connect. I was gonna comment on Twitter that I'm pushing the 3, you, Val, and Emma. It's
Yeah.
picture the 3 of you, and I'm just this is happening.
Yes,
I'm just
it's
gonna-
happening. It's happening.
I'm just and then I just send you off.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So, Dwarf Cricket, I think it's really great. Not only that you're gonna start your own game, but that you're gonna stream it, and we are gonna be in chat.
That's right.
You know it.
That's right.
You know we're gonna be there. Hey, Chase.
What's going on?
Hi, hon.
Justice is home.
Well, how's my favorite
Winos.
thruple?
We're doing well. Dwarf Cricket
See,
was...
what I'm telling you, you need to expand your shipping horizons to thruples.
Dwarf Cricket was just telling us that she's going to start her own campaign, and they
Really?
want to stream it, and we're telling her how much we're going to be there for it.
I'm gonna
That's right,
be
that's
all
right.
up in
We're
there.
going to be all up in there. We're going to be insufferable. They're
There
going to
we
have to
go.
ban us.
That's
Exactly.
The 3 of us,
That's right.
they're going to be like, these 3 are spamming the chat. And
Right.
We're, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just every moment.
Twitch
Like,
is
oh
a-
my god, she rolled the dice. Like, oh my
Right.
god.
Describing it in graphic
Yeah.
detail. We do
Standing.
crit stats level
Yes.
stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
Chad, it is Chase.
We are Emma
yeah.
Stats.
yeah. Dat Chase. Hello.
Love you guys. Hey, Shad. Or, I said
Chad.
that for you. I was just responding for you.
Good
Yeah, I
God.
appreciate you. Have you been drinking?
This is,
A little
this is
bit.
how married we are.
This glass was much fuller when I started.
It really was. This is how married we all are.
I could hear his mind.
Have you
Taste-
all not realized that this is a group marriage that we're involved in
Yeah.
here?
Precisely.
So yeah, Dwarf Cricket, I don't know how invested the people are, how much of a conversation you've had, but have some really honest conversations about everyone's expectations.
Yes.
And if people are on the fence, start small. You could
That's
do
right.
10 episodes at a time.
or start with a one shot.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah. Have some clarifying
Honestly.
conversations. Have your safety tools in place. We were all friends for a really long time, so we didn't.
That's right.
Some of those conversations had already been had, but
Right,
even now
and
we're
some-
revisiting
yeah.
stuff.
That's
know?
right. Some of
And-
those things you take for granted that you don't have to say out
Right.
loud or explain explicitly because you know enough about each other and
Right.
what we all
Right.
don't react to well.
Right. And if your friend
Our,
does,
our own traumas and things like that we
Yeah.
don't want to explore in game.
then when your friend
Because not all traumas should be explored in game. Let's be real here.
Nope, not all. And when your friend crosses the line, you can call them on their bullshit. So
That's right.
yeah, Emma, or Dwarf Cricket. I'm sorry to keep saying your name.
She puts it on varying
I
rolls,
know,
so
but I just don't want to.
that's the only reason that I haven't kicked myself too hard.
All femme group. Oh my god, you and her are on the
We
same.
need to talk because
Yeah,
I
you
want to
guys are on
have
this-
something of
You guys are on the
yeah.
same page.
Yeah.
You guys can have
baby
that
girl.
conversation and let us know. Okay. Yeah, I
Thank
can call you Emma.
yeah.
Okay, I
great,
didn't want to
great.
keep word vomiting. So
Yes.
yeah, have those honest conversations. And again, my advice to anyone thinking about starting their game: start with a one shot. Start with a 3 arc. Start with 2 shots. Start small. Think of it small. Give everyone space. Explain, talk, have those tough conversations, and use your safety tools, your X's, your N's and O's cards, your lines and veils, And
That's
you
right.
do that,
That's
and
right.
just make sure people are roughly on the same page, and just that is the advice I think we can take from this whole experience.
Absolutely.
And just it's okay not to have a 1 to 20. You can tell a story in one. You can tell a story in a 1 shot. You can tell a story in a 2 shot. You can tell
That's
a
right.
story in 6 levels, 10 levels, 11 levels.
Yeah, it just depends on
15,
what your
17,
story
19.
is and like what your dedication from people are.
Yeah.
That's one thing that like we talked about. Matt and I have definitely talked about. We were mentioning, you know, if we were to do this whole thing again.
Yes. How would we would do it differently?
Yeah,
God.
not launching straight into like a this is the big ass
Yes.
1 to 20 sort of campaign.
Fucking tired already. I love Ghost of the Machine, but it's like you've committed to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and like it's not like we couldn't take a pause or anything, but
That's
it's
right.
it's a good pillar to host us up. But if we did it all over again, I would be like, okay, I'm doing 10 episodes of this thing. You're doing 10
Right.
or 6
Exactly.
or 1 or what of this thing,
That's right.
and it would just be more piecemeal and a bit smaller.
And that's kind of why we're doing Dragon Heist.
Yeah.
Because it is a smaller, like, okay, this is going to be around so many episodes probably because there's only so much content. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how much we explore character backstories
Yeah.
and things like that and how involved people get into certain parts of the module, but
Yeah. I love Dragon Heist, but yeah, you're right. It's just a level 1 to 5 thing. There's 5 chapters. We're already in chapter 2.
That's
like
right.
it's gonna have a start, a middle, a
and
beginning, a
honestly,
middle, and an end.
honestly, we'll be in chapter 3 very quickly depending
Right.
on how things go.
Right.
Like,
So it's gonna be-
it could take a while to get to 3, or it could be 3 like in the middle of next episode. Who knows?
Right. So it's gonna be 10. I think we pushed it as 10, 15 episodes, and
Hey, speaking of Dragon Heisters,
hey, Hereticane! Our
Heretic Kane.
yeah, it is. I say it Hereticane.
It's all
Heretic
good.
Kane plays in Dragon Heisters and co-DMs. He is our very good-looking co-DM. We love him for it.
That's right. That's right.
Our complete disaster, who could have been playing last week, but didn't tell us till after the fact that he was available.
That's
and
right.
for which he will be punished. The
Oh,
lovely,
shit.
adorable Ty. Oh,
I'm just
too
gonna
hot.
ignore that spot. I'm just gonna sand it later because I have heat and I don't wanna.
So
I don't
yeah,
wanna ruin my momentum.
start small, think small. It's okay to have no more than just a little bit. It's okay to just have 1 2.5 hour session. It's okay.
That's right.
And reach out to the streaming. There are a lot of streaming platforms. Dice Priority is working on opening up its doors to people.
That's right.
Variant
We have some
Rolls is
things
out
in the
there.
works.
Yeah, Variant Rolls is out there for good hosting sites. Like, don't let someone else take care of that.
I like how we just got done talking about how we've got things in the works, and now we have those things in the works, and we've got things in the works.
Dude, we're making a lot of content.
Yeah, we really are. It's really great.
Organization isn't my strong suit. It's not, but you're very charming, so we keep you around, you little
Charisma
shit.
can take you pretty fucking
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
Gilly can tell you that.
Charisma takes a heretic Kane very far, especially with me. You're
I
making
could write
moves.
books on that statement.
You could. Good. You're always welcome to put the word docs in the Discord, Shadmora. We love you for it, buddy.
Matt especially.
Yes, I live for it.
I'm pretty sure we have dubbed you Santa Mira at this point because you are like
Santa
Claus giving a little kid Christmas presents.
Yeah. I will say, like, I've loved Dragon Heist so much. Like, I'm so ridiculous. Like, I'm like, only make it 10 episodes, only make it 6 episodes, and then
And you're
the other half of
already
me is
you
like,
are already wanting
can
it to be like, let's go to 20. Let's go to 20.
15. Let's just take it to 11. Could I play Johnny the rest of my life? In the retirement home, not letting go.
You become a magical prostitute.
I am already a magical prostitute.
You just have to charge.
Sex worker.
You have to start charging now.
I mean, I do, You'll get a bill. So
I'm sorry. The bill is already
let me
tipped on
let me
the
get
other
up first,
side of
because
it.
I've had a lot of wine.
Yeah? I'll take your spot.
Yeah, you're welcome to it. Except for not. Because you're my
Matthew.
If you want to see the websites I took them from, I did bookmark the pages. Heck yeah, post it in the Discord. Go check it out. Did you guys when it alerted me, it said it was Dragon Heisters?
Yeah, it hadn't changed. We've fixed it since. Thankfully, Salty was up in the chat and alerted us to that.
Oh, that's cool. I texted you, but I'm sure you didn't see it.
No, I have my phone on silent when I'm streaming because I don't need it like ringing and all
I
that
understand.
stuff.
It hadn't started yet. I was hoping to catch you before. I was the driving. Thanks, Shadamura. Shadamura. I don't know what about that name makes me want to say it that way.
I don't know either. I know what it is. It's just you.
Papa John's is becoming the new face of... Oh my gosh, Shaq is becoming the Papa John's new face.
Wait, what?
Well, I'm guessing that it's a little bit of like
Get up, you big
overcorrection or backtracking. So like we had a huge racist before, so now we're gonna replace it with a huge black guy.
Shaq is becoming new face, but is he going to be the president? Is he going to get paid like the president
Correct.
does?
Like
That's what matters.
exactly. Like they're just using
Is he gonna have
Shaq
creative
at this
decisions?
point, right?
No,
Like
No, they're just gonna use him to like.
no, they're
as,
just
like,
using him to say, "Hey, look, we're not racist,"
anymore.
which is inherently racist.
Anymore.
Can we all just remember the time that Papa John's launched like an 11-minute commercial talking about the price of pizza if they doubled the pay of all their workers? And they're like, if we paid our workers $15 an hour, we would have to raise the price of pizza 10 cents. And they thought that was a convincing argument. Can we just all remember that and honor the immense stupidity that is the modern day capitalist?
Correct.
You know.
Like 10 cents. And they're like and they just
Okay.
like left it there. They're like,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to raise it 10 cents
It
just so
speak-
you all know.
It speaks
Like
for
people
itself.
wouldn't pay 10 cents extra. Like they don't jack it up 10 cents every friggin' year
yeah.
for no reason anyway.
Right.
What is this?
What
is
hey,
this?
buddy.
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
I like how we're. You know what? This is a.
Is this
a
actually
view.
good for you?
We're actually.
I can move over.
No, we're good. This is perfect because we're on both sides of Alexis. We're just making a little Eiffel Tower with Alexis.
Little
right
Alexis sandwich.
Nope,
Mm.
not
Mm.
consenting.
Yeah, except I was just being silly. I didn't actually mean it.
Now. I did.
Whereas Chase definitely
Chase always
did.
dreams of the.
Matt, close.
Chase always means it.
Yeah, slowly pushing Alexis out of it.
Oh no, I was gonna say slowly pushing myself out of it. I'm like the biggest.
We're a treasure.
I'm like the biggest cuckold ever.
Alexis dreams of these days when we sit back here and be ourselves on stream, and she has to suffer through it.
I like how we're just on either side.
Dream
am I
is
the
a
angel or
word.
am I the devil right now?
Oh,
Which one?
we all know.
I mean, a nightmare is a type of dream, so you're not really wrong.
Serve her. Emma gets the right idea. Emma knows who's the top in that relationship.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
right.
see which one.
That's right. It's 100%
Dwarf
right.
cricket. Get her some drinks, y'all.
get her
She's
some
got
drinks,
it. She's well hydrated, I think.
Is that the bottle you guys started with?
It was not
It was
full.
already open.
Hey
I
now.
was gonna say. What did I miss it? Just like
I
drop.
have to drive later. No.
Event-
You just brought ginger. Like
She's in the house.
Like, I'm sleeping here
After the
tonight.
cats. She has a bottle of wine too. Oh God.
Can we just talk for a second about the fact that they made wine for cats?
Yep.
Catnip wine.
They need to make wine for my dog.
Dog
It's
nip
called
wine. It's called wine.
Put it in her drinking bowl instead of
She was
water.
like, oh my poor baby.
Man, baby. Hey, just a reminder, guys.
Yeah.
If you have not gone on Instagram and signed up for the giveaway, you should.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you
That's
guys at home right now because we've gotten a lot of people signed up and we have like 5 days left. So.
Am I in your ways?
We
Sure.
found
No,
a
you're
lot
good.
of
Right over
magic
here.
and success on Instagram doing what we were all born to do, which is shit post.
Yeah,
Shit
just
posting.
constantly.
Shit posting. We have over 1,000 followers on Instagram.
It turns
guys.
out we're really good shit
we're
posters.
really good shit posters.
Right.
1,000 followers.
There's a meme that I didn't create, but it's really great. It shows like a person standing in like a lake, and they're on a very small piece of ice.
Yes.
And the ice is making memes, and the ocean is mediocrity.
Yeah, that's us. That's
Yeah.
Dice priority.
Right.
I mean, it just is what it is.
I don't
Well,
use Instagram.
Chad, you don't need to use it. You just need to create an account to like our memes and support
That's right.
us.
That's right.
Dwarf
That's
Cricket
all.
says she signed up. Nice.
Oh well, we'll rig it for you. Not really.
Not as such.
Not as
The
such.
random
That
number
is such.
generator. Well, you know.
The random number generator, which
AKA,
loves Emma.
yeah, Matt's finger.
No, we have a.
We
do
know
have
we
a-
literally just use a random
Yeah,
number generator.
we follow the rules
It's all above board. That's what happens
for the
when you
right price.
when you have
Okay.
integrity.
Yeah,
One of you had a voice that was a little. Let's not.
Well, it's both.
Let's
I like how we're behind her.
Happening.
Just getting disruptive.
All right.
I mean, the tag is pyrography.
We have a complex algorithm.
It's violence, pyrography,
It's me with a bottle of wine. That's our,
burning
that's our
wood,
algorithm.
and
That's right. Just this one.
Yeah, the bot's really great. The pretzel bot's great. Our own little bot's great too.
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Instagram is pretty lit. So
It's been-
follow it if you're not, and enter in the giveaway because you could win a very expensive, pretty awesome D20.
You could literally you could kill someone.
Yeah,
with it.
it's a weapon. It's home defense, and it's a D20. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much, and a paperweight.
It's a
that's
60-sided
right.
D20.
Yeah,
That's
it
right.
is.
and it comes with its own little carrying case.
It does because it's retail price $50.
Yeah,
D20
Yeah.
from Flying Horse.
Put
Duck.
it in a sock and then beat people with it.
And,
Literally.
and thank you, Flying Horse Duck, for sponsoring the giveaway.
Yeah.
Right after I said what I said.
What'd you say?
Put it in a sock and beat someone with it. I mean, you could do that with any D20, but yeah, you could.
Flying Horse Duck is our first sponsored
worst.
giveaway, and it's been really great.
Sorry.
Which platform do you use for music and games?
Oh my god.
So for Ghost in the Machine, I use Roll20, and I pick from Kevin MacLeod, also known as Incompetech.
I do the same thing.
And I spend a lot of time, and I still need to go redo it again for the third time. And I just really spend a lot of time curtailing
yes.
different playlists. I have like a basic background kind of subdued playlist, which I found less useful as the plot has went on.
Correct. We need to collab because you want some of the
Yes.
tracks that I use
Yes.
on Roll20, and I
Right.
need to make sure that you
I
get
want the
those.
one
Yeah.
so bad.
The heisty ones.
Yes.
That I'm really glad I already had ready for when we went to Dragon Heist.
Yep.
Because I'm like, oh, I already know the songs I need to put in this playlist.
So I have them listed by mood. Basically, I have background, I have dark drama, I have dungeon delving, I have emotional, and I had a Morgan playlist for a little while, but it got pruned, and well, she's dead now, so there's
You're not
that.
gonna need it ever again.
Well, she's
Just funeral
still
music.
the archfey of the land of the cold ending.
Well, not for long.
She's the awkward. She's the archfey of the land of the winter's joy.
Which
Hey, look,
used-
you're in direct conflict with her.
Which used to be. Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Also,
Yeah, I know.
a service that
Sasha.
we've used, but
Sasha's up in the window.
I see her. She's cute.
Yeah, who we use right now is Pretzel.
Right now is Pretzel, and thank you, Emma. I'm really happy. Like I spent some time, apparently not quite enough, working on this playlist.
Yeah, Pretzel has a nice couple options where they
I'm gonna skip this one. I liked it,
filter
but
stuff. You gotta watch it though, but.
There's another service that I used in a hidden secret episode because we recorded it and then the audio didn't work, so we had to throw the episode away. But I used Tabletop Audio's Ambience because they also have like a sound mixer board where you can like mix and match and create very specific environments with triggered sounds and stuff.
which
So-
they also do with. There's another site that I had been using before we started streaming. Unfortunately, you can't use it with streaming.
Nope.
No.
And
So
then-
for streaming, yeah. So and he says that is as long as you're not really making like major profit off of it, like even if you're monetized, like he says,
And it's just to like pay the bills,
Right, you
To
decide.
keep your stream up.
so that should be cool too.
And then Sirenscape, the wonderful, amazing, glorious Sirenscape, which I need to get back to using.
We've also looked into Sirenscape. Yep.
Yep. And
I used Sirenscape when I ran Lasers and Feelings.
if you pay for Sirenscape, it's probably truly amazing. I was using it for tavern and background and ambience for a while. I haven't used it since we changed our audio because one of the more ones I like for in the room has this kind of fire crackling thing, and it really kind of pierces through into our mic and does not sound good for
Right.
the viewers.
That's
So I
right.
haven't been using Sirenscape as much, but especially for a home game, it's really, really awesome.
I almost bought a Sirenscape pack
Yeah.
for the sci-fi audio because there's just so much.
You can buy the whole. You can subscribe to the whole thing.
I wanted to.
And they have like our Dragon Heist one too, and
It's
so
hot.
Sirenscape is just terrific. So.
They have ones that are like
it's pretty great.
officially licensed material, like you said, the Dragon Heist stuff is hot.
Yep. Which I think you can still stream with because it's
Yes.
there's Sirenscape. Yeah, I've been meaning to go back to Sirenscape, but I started missing a lot of the Kevin MacLeod stuff, and I hadn't bit the bullet on Sirenscape, and I hadn't done the time.
Kevin MacLeod is
Oh my
where
God.
it's at.
He's
Like
a dream.
he is great.
Americana by Kevin MacLeod is the official theme of Ghost
We
in the
found that
Machine.
track and we were just like,
So
well,
good.
and it's called Americana, so you kind of have to.
The metaphor too. So
Should put Americana by
So those
Offspring.
Nope, not as such. Those are the few of the tools that we use for streams, license-friendly music, and et cetera, et cetera. So
Yeah.
can't recommend a Compotech enough.
Pretzel has a YouTube safe mode and an instrumental mode,
Yep.
and even a allow mature content mode.
Yep.
So
What we found is useful if you stream in person, like in the room. We just ended up in the end piping just the music straight through, and it just into the room.
Like through a speaker. Yeah.
Just into the room, and it works. It works pretty
right,
good.
just having the music in the room as the ambiance that you want. So.
Works pretty good.
You know, if we had
You have
like
to have it louder than you feel like you need it, though,
Yeah, just a
in order
touch.
for it to come through.
Yeah, just a touch.
Yeah, and I think that it's like if we had somebody who could like manage the audio levels full time,
Yeah.
it would work.
And different equipment, yeah.
Yeah.
And also scene transitions so that we could use the mini character sheets that I've made
Yes,
and
if
stuff
we
like
were
that.
literally Critical Role. Life would be easier if we made a couple
Right.
$1 million
Honestly-
every year.
Right.
Honestly, like, we don't even have to get to Critical Role level to
I
have
know.
that.
Hyper
we just,
RPG
you know,
and
that's it.
any of the others, yes.
What are you doing
I'm
back
pretending
here?
to bite you.
He missed you. He was at work all day.
Hi.
Hi.
Ew. I don't
You
approve
want
of
one? You want one?
I don't approve of your lifestyle. Please don't do it in front of me.
Please don't do it.
Matt never calls my bluff at all, ever.
Imagine that.
One time he just tongues your throat.
Just it's like back and just
Yeah.
it's just instantly.
Somehow so long. It's like Toad.
First of all, I actually wouldn't do that to Matt, and he knows that.
Correct.
Or would you?
No, I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't. Like, let's not even go there. The only reason that I can joke like that is because Matt knows that I would never.
That's right. So what else do we have going on in the world? I have some. I can't announce anything official yet, but I will have some pretty big announcements coming soon. I've teased Storm King's Thunder, and I may have found 4, if not 5, really awesome, great players for Storm King's Thunder, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I have some thoughts. I just, there are some things cooking.
Yes.
I'm not at a place where I can even say, like, what the things I'm thinking of are.
It involves a lot of women.
Yes.
That's coincidentally the
That's
same
all I
things
can
that
say.
I can't talk about what I'm
It's
thinking
loaded
about,
with
and it
women.
involves a lot of women.
Like we said earlier, folks,
Yep.
Chase loves the ladies.
He does. I'm so sorry that you have to go stoke the fire like you're in a log cabin, apparently. She lives in one. Loaded with women, yes.
Yes.
Here for it.
And tonight, after this, I think there's probably going to be a Lizard Plays, and then after
Yeah.
that, there's going to be Anthem.
I was going to say, are we coming up on Lizard Plays time? It's 5:54.
That's right.
I saw Pyromancer in the chat.
He usually just tells me like when he wants.
Okay.
I think. Well, I say usually. This is only the second time we've done this.
Yeah.
So-
Pyromancer, when are you guys ready to go, buddy? Okay, that's okay. We can stall. We are having a good time, so
Yeah, this
we
is
can
fine.
stall. Just let us know. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, that's fine. We will stall as long as you need. Just
We
let it
shall
give us
do
the head
the
up.
stalling.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So it might be like another hour. Shit.
That's okay. Alexis, burn.
We could just
Or shed
Switch
more.
this to just chatting and just
no
sit here.
no. Well, yeah. And I was gonna say like order pizza, get drunk on camera, pass
Let's
out.
do it.
Yeah. Keep boofing on
Raid
camera.
somebody when we get like.
We raid someone that like we don't even know. We're just like in their chat, drunk on stream. They're like, what is this? Our channel gets deleted.
So,
All the work we've done?
To answer Shadmura, So normally after Alexis is done, Rob and Liz
You
play...
say normally, but this is only like the second week that this is
Normally.
happening this way.
So correcting me as I'm explaining the situation.
Yeah, that's
so
what I'm doing.
Normally,
Thank you.
Liz and Rob play Divinity: Original Sin #1 live, and then after that we play some Anthem. So they were going to normally do that around the 6 o'clock hour, but it looks like they're a little delayed. So it's all good.
Yeah, we got content to fill.
Looking at 7 p.m.
The boofing will start soon. And we'll
That's
be-
right.
I'll go get the
Super boof.
I'll go get the
Get the
funnel.
super boof. Super boof.
She's
That
super
happened.
fan.
That's a thing that just happened.
Usually they start at 6:30. That sounds about right.
Well,
Here, give me your finger so
Well,
I can
we're
test
here-
this.
we're
Is
here
it
to-
hot? Is it hot?
no, thank you.
We are here to fill in until you need to start. So we got you, buddy. And then so there'll be Divinity for a little while, and then Anthem after that.
I
Is
think
that
so.
what's going on? That's really great.
Yep.
I will need to leave to go back and take care of Ginger. I fed Ginger at 2 though, 1 cup, so she'll be good for a little while. Not a cup.
I mean,
1 scoop.
she's only eaten one of her legs, waiting
That's
to
it.
get back.
Just the one.
But she's had a little midday snack, so. Shad
That's
doesn't
Matt.
know.
This is Matt.
Wait, me or him? Oh, Chase. Yeah, I'm Matt.
This is Matt.
Matt.
It should be in the title by now.
Good luck, sir. To play.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
we get to
didn't
play
go
next
play.
week.
How long do you guys usually play on Wednesdays? Like, is it 2 hours, 4 hours, 12 hours?
20 million hours.
Do you play overnight?
Yeah, it's literally in the title or something.
It is. It's Pyrography
Just
with
dra-
Matt.
Just dragging him.
Yeah.
forward?
I am. You're welcome. Just calling people out left and right.
Actually, normally we do.
Actually.
Just the worst.
You're welcome.
Reflexive.
100%. That's what I'm here for, right? Is it what I'm here for? Why
I think
am
you're
I
here to
here?
burn wood.
That's right. I am burning.
Burn.
I am
wood.
burning.
It's an art stream.
You need some
Right.
aloe? I have plenty of aloe.
Art stream, aka get drunk, get drunk.
Talk about D&D.
Right.
Emma is back to save us from ourselves.
We're back. We're back. Emma's. I've had a lot of wine. Dwarf Cricket's back. I read, I'm back, and I'm like, I'm back. Instead of saying Emma's back. Emma, they're practically the same word.
Look, if dragging involves only 2 outcomes should come from it. To the bedroom? Or to
Okay.
interrogations?
I'm gonna pull an X card here, Shad.
Yeah.
Tell you to calm down.
As we talk about boofing.
only we're allowed to cross the line. I'm just. I was referring
Apparently.
to sleep. Cheers.
Oh, we're cheersing?
Yep.
Oh, here. Let's do it.
Cheers. To sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Wink!
Kipo Kappa Kaipa.
So, Matt,
What's up?
did you see my idea for the emote?
I didn't. Oh, is that on Trello?
It is on
I haven't
Trello.
looked at Trello yet.
Can I show you?
Sure.
Please do it.
I'm just gonna pull up the original image in its glory.
Yeah, we're gonna get a second emote because we
That's
got
right.
enough
We have.
subscribers.
We have. I think we're at. What are we
15 or
at?
16
16 now. I
16 now.
think.
Yeah. 16 million, really.
I mean, potential.
We were at 16 million subscribers. We would have
Absurd.
money for me to get a better wood burner.
No, because we put all the money to the executive producer.
You mean the? You mean to buying more port?
Yes.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I'm
That'd be
gonna do
fine.
it then.
I should show
Did everyone say okay?
I mean,
no
we have
one
to
else
wait
has
for
said
that.
so-
That's the only thing we
okay.
have to wait for.
Go
but like,
to Trello, Rob, and see if you want
yeah,
that
come on,
emote.
please. No, Charles,
No!
stop it!
I'm just giving a little preview.
Stop!
There's that emote. Good God. For when I'm murdering all of you.
Yeah.
You know what I love? I'm further into my wine than you are.
Really?
I
You
am.
caught up, man. I'm slowing down because I need to try later.
I bought a little surprise on the way home.
You did?
I did.
What'd you buy?
Normal?
No, for the grout upstairs.
Oh yeah,
At the tile.
C-A-U-L-K. I'm not gonna tell you because it's a surprise. It's for you and Matt.
Aww.
He loves us. He really does.
It does.
I don't know why.
Because you have
I think the reasons are numerous and obvious.
Stockholm syndrome.
Right?
If anybody has Stockholm syndrome here.
Okay.
He bought you a pet goat. He better not have. I'll punch it.
A pet goat? Is that so that he doesn't have to mow the lawn?
Oh, to summon demons. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, right.
I'll sacrifice the goat.
Henry.
We will, that'll happen in the crawl space.
Whatever happened to old Henry?
Good time.
Such an a-hole.
You were such a dick about that whole thing.
I was
loved
not.
It.
I was
loved
trolling.
It. I
It's
know.
fine.
It's trolling.
Sorry, you were such a troll about that whole thing. Excuse me. I
killed
didn't
the
get my
symbol of my god.
freaking yeah.
We're talking about my normie game.
Yeah.
The normie game, correct.
Yeah, the normie game.
Also known as a home game.
Can't even get hard for it anymore.
No, I can't.
Nope.
I just sit there
Not as
staring
such.
into the void when you talk. As
Right.
man.
Exactly. Just hear like
Staring
this.
into the void, hearing in your head, Sovelius.
Thinking about the metrics if it were streamed.
Right. Like how much more enjoyable could this time be?
Yep.
Yep.
A normie game is what I call non-streamed games.
That's right.
I
It
saw that
was
clip.
so about an hour before we went live here, I tweeted about
clip?
that we were gonna go live, and I had a clip in it that Kyle,
Max.
Technoskull, put in there because he clipped it from last time Matt was here with me while I was doing some wood burning.
Yes. Normie games are non-stream games. You are a normie gamer! Normie gamers! Death to the normie gamers.
We're gonna.
Emma
make
is
those
no longer a normie
gamers from
gamer.
their
She
decadent
definitely
nuts.
streams on game. She definitely games on stream is what I mean.
Yeah. But I really love the streaming aspect to D&D these days and TTRPGs and streaming.
I love it. I love it. I just want to stream I just want to stream games like every day. That's all I want to do.
Getting there. I'm gonna be Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And then Saturdays for variant rolls and Thursdays for the occasional bleeding edge. That pretty much just leaves the.
I mean Sunday.
Yep, which is gonna be George.
And sprinkling in a normie game here.
Yeah, unfortunately. I'm just gonna start recording it without your consent. Without anyone's consent, I'm gonna periscope it.
Well, as soon as we wrap up this storyline, I'm more than happy to record and or stream Cold Suns.
That's right.
We should just. Here's what we should do. We should just marathon, have a couple marathons
6.
of Points of Light.
There we go.
Because we're at level, 15?
Yep.
Which, I don't know why we haven't leveled to 20 yet, but...
Okay.
We're at level 15, if we just prioritize scheduling so many, sessions...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't need to talk about this on stream.
We could do it. We could get it done. We could get it done,
We
folks.
will finish Points of Light. It's been a lot of fun. Points of Light is the name of the normie game.
The normie game.
To where I am the Ivegar. I am the king.
I am the Ivegar.
Goliath Moon Druid, who's also a barbarian.
Cuckoo.
And that's where Alexis gets to live out her monk fantasy?
That's right. My monk life.
Played it a long time. It's a lot of fun.
Alright, so my first... Okay, here's the thing. I didn't actually get to play D&D with other people when I first started playing things that were D&D-ish.
Sounds pretty...
Because, okay, here's the thing. When you're in middle school and high school and the guys are playing D&D, they never anticipate a girl would want to play D&D. If I had ever been invited to a D&D game in middle school or high school, and I look back and I think, I know those people were probably playing campaigns. If I had been invited, I would have played the fuck out of some D&D.
Yes.
I would have.
You would have.
What is happening?
I was
Fixing my hair,
Okay.
Alexis.
I was
Alright.
lucky enough to be exposed to Matt and his family.
Thank you.
So, I didn't get access to that. Instead, what I had access to were things like Neverwinter Nights. And if you've never played it, you should. If you enjoy this sort of thing, there's a game called Knights of the Chalice. Knights of the Chalice is a really, really lightweight in terms of graphics and in terms of how much you can play.
No, not
the MMO. Neverwinter Nights, which is the original game before Neverwinter. Neverwinter is the MMO, Shad. Neverwinter Nights came first, and it was 3rd ed. Neverwinter Nights 2 was 3.5, if I'm remembering that correctly. But that was my first, real foray into things Dungeons and Dragons, because I didn't have people to play with because I was a woman, and people never thought that I'd be into it or something. I don't know, but...
We all know the reasons, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we know
plenty
that culture.
of reasons. We know the whole culture.
Honestly, it's probably for the best.
I actually do know some people that if they had invited me, I would have played and I would have had a good time.
And it would have been okay.
It would have been okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I do know some people that I went to high school with, and I do know that they would have actually been decent to play with, but I never got invited. I didn't know that it was a thing. You know, it's one of those things where you live a sheltered life, and also nobody invites you to do those things that you would really have a good experience doing.
Right.
So that was my foray, and my point in that was my favorite class to play was actually a multi-class, even split between monk and druid. Playing an even split in multi-class, Neverwinter Nights, monk and druid was the shit. Especially because in the very first Neverwinter Nights, the original, you had to either... There were moments where you would have to hire on a mercenary to kind of adventure with you to get into certain things. Like, if you were not a thief, you would need to hire a thief in order to see certain things and get into rooms and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
But one of the biggest bars to entry of playing that game, not bars to entry, but as a player, but as a character, was just not being able to live through things.
Yep.
And you didn't have gold. You had to spend all of your gold to hire somebody to come adventure with you and help you. So instead of doing that, I put my first level into druid so I could have a black bear with me.
Yep.
Or a brown... No, it was a black bear.
Yep, you got a tank.
I could have a black bear with me so that he could help to tank. And then I could be a druid and buff myself, heal myself. And then the next level was into monk. And then the next level was back into druid. And you keep switching back and forth. And before you know it, you are a monk who just heals and buffs yourself constantly, has an animal, which when you get high enough level that you don't need your own tank, you get the hawk, which the hawk could do things like disarm, which was incredibly useful if you were playing a monk. Or anything, really. Having something that could disarm was just amazing. Anyway, my point is, I have loved druid and monk combos since my very first experiences playing what essentially is D&D, but online.
It's a really neat combo.
It's
you feel
so
it though,
good.
but it's good.
It's so good.
Right.
And that is one of the reasons that I've loved monk for forever, and druids.
Monks
But if anybody who has played Neverwinter Nights and Neverwinter Nights 2 will know that Deacon is a little kobold bard, and Deacon has had my heart the entire time.
I ended his life when I played Neverwinter Nights.
That's a thing you can do?
Yeah, you can kill Deacon.
Why would you ever do that? You're the worst human!
I don't like kobolds.
You are the worst human!
I killed kobolds.
How would you...
Kobolds are shit. That's why.
What? You are not allowed to make me cry on more than one stream per week, Matthew. What is this?
I definitely killed Deacon.
In fact, he did it in front of Deacon's family.
You're legit gonna make me cry. I love Deacon
I actually
that
don't
much.
even remember if that's true.
You can't kill Deacon?
I don't remember. I would have, though.
You're the worst.
He sucks.
Oh, that's some gnome racism right there.
Kobolds are alright. I like kobolds now, but back then I didn't.
I love kobolds so much. If you like kobolds, you should watch the most recent episode of Dragon Heisters, because I had a very fun NPC.
There have been no kobolds to go through the machine. Coincidence? I think not.
Let me tell you, my backup character is a kobold
Dead.
now.
Power word kill.
All of my backup characters are kobolds.
You're out of the show. Damn, that was easy.
Good luck.
Just like,
Hey, you got me.
yes, your kobold is introduced, and then like Duplicroy just walks by. Power word kill.
It's alright, I'll just keep making kobolds.
Power word kill just like flies by. Power word kill.
I'll just keep making kobolds.
Disintegrate.
Yeah.
Just like,
How long are you going to continue to kill my characters, Matthew? That's all I'm going to ask, is just continue.
She eventually tries to get wise and like makes a dragonborn, but it's just a kobold with gigantism.
That's right. Power word kill.
She makes a not S character. It's a kobold that was reincarnated into another race.
That's right.
You
That's
kill
right.
it too.
Power word
That's right.
kill.
Yeah.
The moment she reveals her backstory,
Oh yeah.
Duplicroy just comes out of the shadows.
She doesn't even tell you. You're just like ready with it.
Power word kill.
Anyway,
You can split cast.
I have this wonderful little NPC that I've cooked up and put into Dragon Heisters.
Is it a
And I
kobold?
love it. Yeah, obviously.
I'm just being funny.
Quit being a dick. These people. What is this? Emma, come over here. Emma, just move over here. We have a guest room. Just, come just hang out here and stream art with me and hang out so that I don't have to deal with this shit.
You're gonna have to deal with this shit anymore. Drunkenly.
Just as Matt smacks his lips. What is this?
He wants more wine.
I have but plenty.
Matt, you gotta finish.
Emma.
It's just not able to
Emma.
rip home.
Emma. Real talk. Real talk.
Real talk.
Help.
You
Come
climb
here. Come here
climb
and
up on the
save
table
me
and
from
getting like
this.
so close to the screen.
The old rest your boobs on the table trick. Emma.
See, when she does it, it's attractive. When I do it at work, it's weird. At my standing desk, just raising it up.
We're also getting into the good part of this playlist, by the way. This is one of my favorite songs on this playlist.
Matt, you're a Smith.
Okay,
Thank you.
I can't wait to go have our goth night, Emma. It's gonna be the best.
Gen Con Goth Night.
Gen Con goth night!
Gen Con's gonna be lit this year.
It's gonna be so lit. We're gonna have to have like a watch party or something because of the whole
Oh,
CR
man.
catastrophe. I'm
Yeah.
so butthurt about it.
Well,
Like, not butthurt, I'm just
Hopefully
really,
we
really
can
bummed.
Get
Yeah.
some tickets. It's not over yet.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's not
over.
like-
I have
But-
some avenues in which I can try.
The worst case scenario is a watch
Emma,
party. So
Emma,
Yeah,
you
exactly,
need an
a watch
outfit?
party.
I can help you with an
Precisely,
outfit.
yeah.
First of all,
the energy
when in
being
doubt,
there.
corset.
yeah. But I think that like, unless they kill, maybe they kill Caduceus in the next episode or the next like 4 up, right before Gen Con, so we can
Oh
go.
my god.
So we can watch them go get vengeance on whoever kills Caduceus.
It's just the same story over and
I feel like that was what, for me, that's what was like half of the energy was just
Oh,
like
yeah.
how.
Oh,
yeah,
it was amazing how it
Yeah.
lined up.
Yeah.
The Iron Shepherd stuff was the Gen Con. That was crazy.
Emma, you should PM me on
Me
Discord
too. I like it.
and let me know
Me too,
if you're
actually, I
comfortable
really
with
do.
it.
He deserves
What
it.
your measurements are and stuff, so that I can see if I have anything that might fit you that I can bring. Material components, thank you for the follow. Yeah, man.
Thank you, Material Components, for the follow.
Woo.
And thank you for botting the machine for studiously telling us that he followed.
The bot is just a program, Chase.
They have feelings.
It's just a program in the machine.
It is.
For anyone at home who's a techie, our bot is running on a Raspberry Pi and just sits there in a tragic existence where all it does is monitor our.
Does it really run off of a Raspberry Pi?
Yes.
Oh.
I have
Oh!
I
Yeah.
have at least one so overbust corsets. Let's talk corsets for a second. Overbust corsets are a lot harder to make fit on another person if you're not in the same size range. Overbust means it covers and it goes over your bust. Underbust means it sits underneath your actual bust. Bust meaning breast area, yes.
Right, so it's like the difference between that and
Correct.
The scientific
Correct.
term being called chesticles.
No, don't listen to him. Anyway, I have at least one underbust corset that may or may not be able to fit somebody of a larger like stature than me because I'm quite short and small. But yeah, so that's why I was saying I'll see whether or not it's worth it for me to bring some extra things, because I already pretty much have. Oh my god. Well, Emma, my girl. Then we shall have some conversations on Discord about what I think might work for you, because I already, based on what you have said, I already have some ideas of what might fit on you.
Oh, great. You and Emma are going to be the best of friends.
Yeah.
Shad.
Shad, my god.
You need to take a cold shower, Shad.
Good God.
If you want to see me in a corset on stream, check out the one shot that we did recently.
Oh yeah, that was a really nice outfit. That looked really sharp.
Thank you. That was just shit I had in my closet, folks.
It was pretty great.
It makes me happy. Emma.
Val and Emma were totally hitting on your wife last on Bleeding Edge.
That's cool. Wonderful. More the merrier.
Chase, you're gonna get kicked out of our stream.
Getting
That's right,
banned.
kicked out of this marriage.
No,
I'm just
but
gonna replace you with Emma and Val.
This is like it's like one of those corporations that like the CEO gets pushed out eventually. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It pretty much is
founded
that.
the marriage.
Oh, Emma, look at this. Don't even apologize, Emma. Goddamn.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't help it. I'm so sorry.
It was pretty great.
I said, don't even apologize.
Yeah,
So good.
I think you all three
I
had
want heat.
makeup and stuff on last.
We
last
did.
Night. It was really cool.
We
Bleeding Edge
did.
was really cool.
We did. The only person that wasn't in some sort of costume or something was you. Way to
I was
suck.
wearing a sweater.
Way to suck. Way to suck.
I don't have anything for Joseph. I haven't had Joseph's fashion sense in like 10 years.
Yeah, but you've had like access to Joseph's fashion sense recently.
I did.
Pretty recently, probably.
Pretty recently. I just don't care to dress up anymore.
Which is fine. I had many years of like, I don't give it. Well, I had many years of I don't give a shit, but it wasn't so much I don't give a shit as I'm going to protect myself by not giving a shit.
Right.
Because the world is full of shit
Suffering.
people.
You suffer, then you die.
There's a lot of great stuff too.
That describes my life.
Yep.
Suffer.
Can
then
you
die.
turn your phone down?
That wasn't me.
Was it me?
It was your thing.
It was actually this.
Sounded like Discord.
A notification came through.
What was it?
Notification came through that, and then popped up on my phone's muted.
Can I get a game in? I'm right here.
We did look great, the three of us. we
Oh
definitely
yeah,
did
of course
look great.
Shad's gay. Well, I mean, I assumed Shad was gay because his character's gay. That's not always true. For
Correct.
example,
It's not always true.
For example, Travis is gay and Ford is totally gay.
Oh, just applying it like.
Well, okay.
Kidding.
So we've talked about some things that we've done a little bit of spoilery stuff for Ghost in the Machine, right?
Yes.
So here's one thing that hasn't actually been explicitly explored in Ghost in the Machine yet,
Yes.
but is true for Gilly. Gilly ain't straight.
I don't think any of the main characters are straight. Justice is asexual, Sevilius is pan or bi, Selena is straight but maybe a little not
Who
so
knows?
straight.
Well,
Who
she's an
knows?
Anna. She's an Anna.
She's-
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
She
yeah. She's
when
married to a
Ardini
man, but
and
she-
Bellini
yes.
were there, she was
Bellini-
like,
yeah,
"Oh,
Belly.
I'll take each arm."
Yeah. And she said, I don't think Selena cares. So yeah.
But yeah,
Pan actually. Sorry, Shad. I assumed. That's awesome, buddy.
yeah.
We're all queer here. Chase is like, wait, what?
But Gilly is in a relationship with Gilly is in a relationship with
Should I
Glitch,
post the wolf meme?
and Glitch has he/him pronouns.
He, him,
Glitch
yeah.
is male.
He's a man.
Glitch is not in exactly.
The best of shape?
No, things are going down with Glitch because
But
he's
Glitch,
been
back when he
shit.
had his own faculties, was not straight. Whole lot
That
of
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whole-
I never marked him for straight.
whole lot of queers up in the Ghost in the Machine. We were joking like during the most recent fight. The only straight people on stage were Dupla Croy.
And the commoners getting slaughtered.
So that's the other thing, though. Is like
The only
that's the other thing. There's a lot of bisexual representation in as being like just will sleep with anything and whatever just because and won't be in a committed relationship. Will just
Right.
fuck around and stuff like that. There's a lot of really shit representation in the media
Right.
in that regard.
Right.
And Gilly and Glitch are actually both in the bi area and definitely in a committed relationship.
Yep.
At this
And Sovelius went on a very nice, quite courtship date,
Yeah.
very formal. And
Yes.
Mafanwe is a married lesbian.
Correct.
And Dupla Croy was the only straight person on that stage. I think there's Morgan was.
What about the 3 shadow monks that appeared?
They're all gay. Chase.
Also gay.
Yeah.
You didn't know
It's
that
not
you're
even-
part of a gay order of monks.
This is fun in chat. So, Queerdos make gamers more fun. The queers are taking over. No, we're just becoming more obvious. No, we're taking over. So here's the thing. Like, the whole sexuality, you're this or that, bullshit has really, it's a construct. It's a construct for necessity and ease of maintaining power and power constructs.
Yep.
That's really all it is. So when you really get down to it, there are plenty of examples. There are
is this?
plenty of examples
I was gonna say,
of
when you really get down to it, we all love cock.
Alexis
When you really-
and Tim Sard, everybody.
when you really get
Get
into
down.
it, when you really
We
get
all
down
just
to
love it.
it's
I love mine.
This is what I mean.
All right.
sexuality on all spectrums has existed for eons. Like what is this nonsense of
Yeah.
binary gender and like singular sexualities or binary sexualities even. It's just
That's right.
that's all I can say is nothing. It's just shake my head in like disappointment. That's all I have to say about that.
Reminds me of the opening line to Ellen DeGeneres' comedy special Here and Now from 2003, where she's like, "The one thing we all have in common is we're all gay." And she just says it to the audience.
That's right.
She's like, "Wait, do they think I'm gay because I'm here? Is that how they get us?"
Thank
Yeah.
you, Emma.
Yeah,
Yes,
the binary
is bullshit.
The binary is bullshit.
It is. It is bullshit.
So it's been nice to have that in-character representation, despite being a pretty kind of cis-normative table. We've
Right.
always had that in-character representation, and that in-character representation, like for me as a gay man, is important. It's fun to see Rob, who is a straight man in a committed relationship with a woman, go on a date with a male NPC
Right.
and not blink an eye.
Absolutely.
That's important, and and Chase playing like an asexual Warforged, not being the horn dog that he is in character.
And hey, here's the thing. We are going to make mistakes, and we are all going to try to learn from them.
Except for me, because I'm perfect. But other than that,
Except for Justice, because he's also perfect.
incorrect. Justice is a mistake.
Both of them are wrong right
The
now.
Life Forge had a drunken night out
Yeah.
with Gish. And
I'd like you all to remember what the title of this show is, and remember that both of them right now are wrong.
Incorrect. I'm actually perfect and have never made a mistake in my entire life.
This is 100% incorrect.
I got 36 episodes of perfection.
The arrogance of man. That's all I have to say to that.
See? Emma agrees. See? We're good. We're canon now.
Nope.
Count it.
Not as
Yep.
such.
Canon.
In the same way that you don't want to admit that Whoville is canon.
That's right. I am perfect and always the hero, even when I condemn an entire planet to death.
Right.
Which what that means to me is I'm going to play a kobold next in Edda and
A gay kobold.
Whoville exists.
Incorrect.
And then when Justice invariably dies in a railroady cinematic fashion, I'll come back as a hard-nippled reindeer-tar.
Incorrect.
You're a proud, hard-nippled people.
Yeah.
Honey, where is the electrical tape? And why isn't it here?
It's in the closet for when I cover up my nipples on a daily basis.
For real though, like I've been wanting to use the electrical tape and I can't find it.
There's probably some out in the workshop.
I have tried the workshop, but okay. Would you like to tell me? Would you like to get it?
I'm not gonna get it
sometime this
very
weekend?
moment. Sure.
Before Monday, when I try this again?
I'll do my best.
Because I really need this fixed. Honestly, what I need to do is either take this apart and resolder it, which I shouldn't have to do. I should look at the warranty on this thing. I'm just too... I just want it to work!
That's right.
Nipple presenting people.
I'm almost out of wine.
I am out of wine.
Probably for the best. I'm pretty drunk.
I bought, well, you'll see what I bought on the way home.
Is it wine?
No. But it can be used with alcoholic beverages.
Is it some sort of bitters?
No.
It can be used with alcoholic beverages. Is it ginger beer? What is this?
It is a special local craft ginger beer.
Hey,
That's-
look at that! I guessed it on the first fucking attempt.
Second attempt.
No.
First attempting, is it bitters? Second attempting,
Oh, okay,
is it
fair.
ginger beer?
Fair. I did ask if it was bitters.
Revisionist history.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I did ask if it was bitters.
So our friend, I'm not going to name his name, at work, has been going to a restaurant, and he really enjoyed
Thank
their-
you. You know who you are, and I know who you are.
I'm gonna list his name and his address.
Yeah, and his social security number. So he
Because I know
found-
that too.
He found the place that manufactures the stuff, and they're on my way home, and they sell
cute.
this craft,
No shit.
really good ginger beer.
That's really awesome, man.
I love ginger
Like
beer
drunk
so
in your
much,
living room and
guys.
pass out.
Ginger beer
One of your-
Wine.
in one
has
of your-
plenty of. There are a lot of non-alcoholic ginger beers, and they are fantastic
And one
to
of your-
just to drink. If you're having an upset stomach, they are really nice to calm that. They are great to mix in with whatever your alcohol choice is. Honestly,
37 rooms.
Dwarf Cricket, I cannot wait to get drunk at Gen Con.
I'm really looking forward to the next
Honey,
Gen Con.
Emma, honey. I think you have this backwards. It's going to be me getting you drunk at
Yeah.
Gen Con. Let's be real
Dude,
here.
like
If you
the
had
VR
seen my
dice
bar, you would
priority.
not have said that.
The VR Dice Priority Night Out is gonna be so lit.
It's going to be so lit.
Oh my god, I'm so
I'm
excited.
so ready for it.
Our two channels just so glorious.
Yes, they do.
I wonder if some of the new people that are gonna be on Dice Priority here pretty soon will come to Gen Con. That'd be nice.
Oh, hey, that would
That
be
would be
great.
a real clash of worlds then. 'Cause
Oh my god, yes.
I can't announce yet because we
Will
haven't.
they? But the question is, will they come to Goth Night?
They would look. All 4 or 5 of them would look awesome as goths, especially a 1, 2, 3. No, they're all very. We've got some new blood coming for just to play for about 10 episodes at least on Dice Priority, and they're making their characters right now, guys. I sent them the invite link.
Oh my god, yes.
I'm not announcing who they are because they're.
It's still, we're
They-
still working
yes.
some details out.
Yes, we're just working details out, but they have.
Also, if you think I'm not guessing, you're lying to yourself.
I mean, there will be guests on Storm King's Thunder, but yeah.
It will be me.
Hopefully they will. I actually, these 5 people, 3 or 4 of them, I actually met at a convention years ago.
Okay, I have a real question right now.
What's up?
Have you played with any of them before?
No, but I've watched some of their games.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna be all up in the very first episode. Just like, kill me off, it's fine. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want. I'll play whatever. You know me. If you want me there, like, just say, hey, are you free to? Okay, all right, I'm there.
These 4
how I
or
am.
5 people have played together before, so I am.
Oh,
actually-
awesome. So
I am
you
actually
are at the disadvantage.
I'm the new element. So
You
I sent them a primer and I sent them an invite link.
Primers are so great.
So I'm really excited. I'm very excited to announce it here pretty soon, but gotta
God, the
gotta
more I
figure out
play,
when we're starting.
the more I play, the more I love primers, and the more I love things like Session 0.
Yes.
And just having a nice little conversation about expectations, about you know, what you are and are not comfortable with, you know, safety mechanisms, all that
I
shit.
always prefer
The
safety
more,
words.
yeah, shut up. The more I play and the more different people I play with, just the more I love that.
Oh, and
The
by
more that I want that in my life.
And Shad, we're glad to have you here with us. And I don't know, maybe I know that there's sometimes some like social D&D game apps where you can look for like people looking for games, or if you're into board games.
Yeah.
I mean, it is hard making new friends as an adult.
Shad,
It is.
Shad, if you don't mind, what state and or province or region do you hail from, my good buddy?
As we watch intently.
While-
there's a delay.
While he answers that, yeah, Emma, I really love watching like session zeros play out. Especially, okay, so Welcome to the Party recently had, so they've had 2 sessions now of their
Okay.
Vibrant, Visible, Victorious one-shot series. And the most recent one that they had was in this Ghost Echo system. And they had the very first part of the stream was them establishing truths and like expectations of the world. It was really neat to watch because you get to watch all the players and the GM sit down and say, all right, I really feel like this is a thing that would exist, or this is a way that things would work. And then they all talk to each other and they figure out, yeah, and the GM says, yes, this makes sense. It makes sense that X would work like Y. And going on from there. That kind of world building in a collaborative sense in a session 0, it really actually appeals to me. It's really cool. So it was really nice to actually watch that.
Chad. You're in California, dude. We're
Oh,
coming
that's right.
We're coming to visit if
That's
you're
right,
in California.
because you guessed it on the spot last time, didn't you?
What?
Last week, I think, Shad was in chat, right? And Shad was saying like,
Oh.
I've been, or it was last session and you were in chat also, but it was.
You know Alexis
it was
attempts
recently.
art?
Yeah, I think so.
So Shad, if you're in California, dude, we're coming to visit. You're about to host Dice Priority. We're coming, buddy.
That's right. We're coming for you.
Hope you got a spare couch. We'll bring the wine.
We don't know yet how close we'll be, but we just know that we need to make it out to the West Coast very soon.
I mean, California is just anyone who lives in California. I'm inviting myself to your living room.
That's correct.
I hope that's okay.
I have some family out there.
Perfect.
I have, let's see, I have family. I have a couple of different sets of friends that are at least living out there now or have lived out there recently enough that I'm not sure if they've moved. I definitely know for sure that I have a set of friends that are definitely still out there. But they're in I think the northern area of the state. It would be really great to visit.
Well, so the Twitter app has been doing this thing where it doesn't tell me I have updates on the bell, so I have to click on the bell to see the updates.
Oh my god, it's
So-
been crazy for me too. And the other thing is, if I try to on the app like something, it doesn't show up.
Yeah.
So if I like something on the PC, right, it doesn't show me on the app that I've liked it or that I've commented or anything.
So if you tag me something and I didn't interact or something, like DM me or something, because I'm not seeing a lot of my updates now.
Me either. It's been some shit.
Yeah. You're like, oh, Matt didn't see it. Like, I did my best.
I really like. So here's the thing. I had a tweet go pretty wild recently.
Pretty far.
Yeah, I was not expecting that, and I've had way more responses than I could keep up with. I've tried to get I need to try to get back to everybody over the weekend, but guys, I did not anticipate any of that. I didn't. And then I had another one recently has gone further, but mostly in quote tweets rather than straight up responses and likes and retweets. So that I've been having trouble keeping up with too. I've been on Twitter for 2 months and I just don't know how to keep up. What is this?
It's pretty great.
I love you all and I'm trying to respond, but I can't. I don't have the time in my life to keep up with everybody. I'm really trying.
Right, yeah, scrolling through them. I find most of it's like likes and responses and stuff, and I kind of just
Oh my god, it is.
I just kind of let people have their own exchanges and stuff, so.
Okay, Emma, you are directly responsible for a couple of those times for me though, because you tagged me in those Follow Fridays.
Yeah, that was crazy. Girl, you got
I love you so much. My notifications fucking exploded because of those.
Emma's so powerful. Emma, girl, you got me like a bajillion followers today. You're like too powerful for life. She did.
Oh my god.
I got like 10 followers today because of Emma. Like, she's too powerful. She cannot be defeated.
Well, between the Follow Fridays that Emma and Val have both been tagging me in lately, and the tweets that I've been putting out recently.
Yeah.
Like, between those, I'm like, okay, my follower count has gone crazy.
Twitter's fun.
Not anything nonsensical by any means, but I mean, for me, who's been on Twitter for 2 months.
Right.
2 months. It's wild to me.
Yeah. I really like
I support the hell out of you, you beautiful human.
I like your energy on Twitter, Emma. It's really nice. You're a breath of fresh air, hon.
Yes.
It's really cool to see that. I love supporting people. I love just being there for people. The only problem
I'm a bard at heart. Bards are super support.
The problem I find on Twitter is I'll click on someone who's followed me and I can't tell what they're about from a click and a scroll.
Yes, I know.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna. I don't know what this is. Like, I'm not following you. Like, I follow people who are involved in D&D who like have a presence. If I can't figure out within a few clicks and a scroll what you're about, that's it.
Or
so,
like if you're a supportive human being of other human beings.
Right, if you're decent. So watch make sure you got all your stuff and your links and stuff on your Twitter bio and your stuff because it helps people.
I've had some questionable moments where I'm looking at, like, I'm seeing somebody retweeted what I tweeted. I'm just like, I can't tell what this person's about.
I had someone.
Am I happy that I just got retweeted by you?
Yeah.
Am I? I don't know.
Right, exactly. That's a really good barometer a lot of times. Now
Yes.
So I had an account follow me recently that was a podcast.
I tried telling Chase he needs to put his pronouns in there. I don't know if
They're
he's
barely
changed
on
it.
Twitter.
He's barely on Twitter.
So I had a podcast account follow me recently. I dragged them after they followed me. Because they had, like, ableist memes. And I was like, this is really problematic. Like, you need to take this down. Like, fuck that.
Right. Like, no, thank you.
Your words have power, even if you think they don't, man.
That's right. Because for everything that you say, I thought that this was muted.
It was, well, I don't want to drag them on stream.
I'll be right back.
Well, no, I will actually, because they posted like
Shit,
straight up
there's
bullshit.
shit behind
Vox Arcana was the Twitter, and they just. A lot of people actually followed them that were mutuals with, and I was like, what is this? They've had 2 really ableist memes that were like really terrible. And I dragged them. I commented and I dragged them. Yeah. Look at their page, and it's just total trash. Nice, Shad. Look at you. Yeah, they've had 2 of them. That's the thing about Twitter. If you follow a lot of people, you don't always see what people post. There have been some people where I'll go to like a problematic account to see who's following them, like Jordan Peterson or PewDiePie, and I'll see people who I follow them, and I'm like, I'm out. Nope. Shad, tweet me, buddy. Tweet me on at Matthew W. Foreman if you want to connect on Twitter. And then live tweet your torrid gay romance. So yeah, Vox Arcana, and I called them out and they just didn't respond. So I'm like, well, and they followed me, and I'm like, I don't want it, boss.
Right.
My Twitter Shad is Matthew W. Foreman. Shad's got like 1,000 followers on Twitter apparently. What a boss.
Oh, damn.
What a god. You got more followers than I do,
Shad
Shaddy.
is following me on Twitter now.
What a little...
I'm not sure. I need to go in and check.
Emma, you probably reflexively unfollowed them. Vox Arcana we're talking about.
Right.
And like forgot, you like dismissed them and now you've forgotten that you unfollowed them or whatever, or never followed them in the first place.
I never followed them in the first place.
Yeah, they followed me and I was like, I looked at their page.
I'm very selective with who I'm following.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, I have trouble keeping up with the people that I do follow already anyway, first of all.
Yeah. I want to follow all the things, so I don't.
I do want to follow all the things, but I can't.
Yeah. Because I'll be overwhelmed.
Exactly. And it's just like, okay, now I'm spending my life on Twitter
Instead,
trying to keep up with
what I
people.
find helps, though, is I can just click on people's links that when I see them, like, hey, I know that person. I like that person. I'll just look at what they're up to. Yeah, but going forward, so follow me on Twitter. I'll follow you back, and then going forward, you are gonna @ me and then live tweet your torrid gay romance as D&D. So I'm just like giving him homework. It's fine. I take up so much space, don't I?
Oh my god.
Thank you, buddy. Let me see if I can do this. It'll update here in a second. There you are.
I need to check. If Shad's following me on Twitter, I need to follow
Hey,
back.
we're the same age, Shad.
Oh, hey. That means so am I.
He's such a furry. Sorry to out you, but your thing gives it away.
Shad has definitely talked about it in the chat before. It's all good, I think. I feel like anything that you talk about in chat is pretty much fair game.
Well, his icon is like a furry.
Right,
like he's
also
literally
that,
a furry.
yeah.
Like yeah. Basically my persona. That's funny. I was getting furry vibes from you. That makes a lot of sense.
That's what I thought it was. Seriously, the Occam's razor stuff
Right.
on Pretzel.
So good.
It's so good.
Right, you're right. Not every furry's a fursuiter. I know the lingo. I literally know 3 things. I know
I knew fursona.
I knew fursuiter, and I know furry,
I didn't-
and I know. Oh god, I'm doing my memory palace. If and
Yeah, I know that one.
there's one other.
Fursuiter is the one that I didn't know.
Yeah, I know fursuiter. Not all furries are fursuiters.
You learn things every day, folks.
Yep. I'm not a furry. Yeah, no one speaks it. We don't speak of Yif. I probably shouldn't have said that on stream.
Probably not. I didn't notice that I didn't repeat it.
I had a lot of furry friends back in the day, so I say a lot, like 3 or 5, but like that's a lot because I don't have a lot of friends. So it's like that stuff became so normalized.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, we all have. The truth is, we all have a fursona. That's the truth. Just the real fursona is the friends you made along the way. It's not how that works. But we all have a fursona. We're just waiting to find it.
Rob and Liz, are you ready to save us from this?
We've devolved
I don't even
into-
have heat. Like, what is this? I need to fix my fucking
There's
hardware.
been no art.
There's been no art! No art. I have made a little bit of art. There have been... It's hard to tell because I've been going low and slow. But there has been some change in color temperature, especially over in this region.
So here's the new program module. I'm just deciding this for everyone. Mondays is Alexis attempts art. Fridays is us.
We just shoot the
Alexis
shit.
drinks wine. That's
I'll show you. Oh god.
where we try a
Fucking
different
chair
bottle
is
of
still
wine.
behind me.
I just like to workshop shows live without any prior notice.
Let me get out of here.
No, that's
He's
true.
trying to keep me in prison.
Yeah, the real art is right here. We're the real art. Thank you, Emma.
That's right. This is the one that I was working on last night.
It's so nice. Seriously, it's so cool.
So you can see where I'm going with it.
Alexis drinks wine. That's the real Friday.
Alexis drinks wine. Yep.
Nope.
That's right. That's right.
Where we explore different wine every week, chat about D&D.
So this is where I'm going with it. I was working on this one last night. And you can see, like, I was actually getting temperature, like, I was getting heat because I could get the color to kind of come through on this one a little bit more. I need to touch up, like, in this area. So what you need to understand about wood burning is, like, the more smooth the wood surface is, the better the burn is going to be. And in this one, I've got, like, moments where little pieces, the wood isn't entirely smooth on all of this. Because, I mean, it's wood. It's a living, it comes from a friggin' tree, and this thing isn't going to inherently be perfect. You know, it's not going to be 100% smooth.
It's part of the
It's not
beauty.
how this works. Exactly. So yeah, there are some little imperfections and stuff that I want to smooth out a little bit, but all in all, I think the imperfections kind of give it the more
Yes.
kind of gritty feel that the cog needs to have anyway.
The ghost in the
Yeah, exactly.
veritable
the
ghost.
machine,
Yeah.
the machine that constricts and contains the ghost.
Veritable ghost of the machine, folks. Yeah, it's been having Alexis do graphics and stuff for Dice Priority and more specific Ghost of the Machine has been pretty much one of the greatest assets because it's like I can't do these things and I'm like I would like people to have an idea because art is how people approach your world and it means a lot to me that we at least have some art to work off of, like having a logo and having the stuff. And if you guys have not seen our Dragon Heisters assets.
Aww.
The Dragon Heist overlays are like, oh my god, they're so sick.
Thank you.
So
I kind of love them.
and she's taught herself a lot for it. That's the beautiful thing. I've taught myself a lot about streaming and storytelling. We all really have.
I taught myself everything that I know about graphic design.
Yeah.
I never learned any of that officially in any capacity.
Yep.
Not an iota of it.
Nope. And look what she's done with it.
The only art class that I've ever really had, like the only art class into, I'll say the most recent actual art class I have ever had was in like 7th grade.
Yep.
I was like 12. That's the extent of my art education.
Yep.
So
The
I
journey
just
is.
teach myself that shit.
Well, and you
Oh,
can
thank you,
can
yeah.
see the level of growth from like the very first Ghost of the Machine overlay and stuff to the second, then to Dragon Heisters.
Yeah.
It's so hot.
And the Crash Pandas one that I made,
Oh
I was
my
actually
god!
really proud of.
I was over the moon about Crash Pandas. It was so brilliant because it was like literally pandas. Because it was a really silly one shot set in my world
Yeah, that's right.
of Edda and Gishari in Mercinia,
Yes.
which is a little bit canon actually now
It is
because
actually a
I
little bit canon.
actually got alluded to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where pandas literally like crash through the Ghost of the
You mean
Machine logo.
raccoons.
Raccoons, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Trash pandas.
Trash pandas.
Crash pandas.
Raccoons.
Yeah.
Crash pandas.
Yeah. And God, if you guys haven't like look at that overlay, it's so sick.
I kind of loved it a lot.
It was pretty good. I was
And
pretty
I didn't share it with everybody before. I enacted them. So
Yeah. Okay, we kind of have this policy where like people have creative autonomy when they produce a
Right.
show, when they run a show. Like they have a lot of creative autonomy because that's just how we run it. Like everyone gets their own space.
that's right.
As long as they're abiding by the company's basic values and stuff, you know, which we all do. So. Oh my god! Of course you played Second Life, Shad. Of course you did.
I need to have like a follow up in the Crash Pandas.
Of course. Crash Bandicoot was a lot of fun.
I need to have a follow up.
I feel like that. I feel like Crash Bandicoot next time if we try to hone it to more 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
We would like have more of a firm time. That would be better.
Yeah, that makes
Just because that
sense.
game's a lot to play for 4
2.5
hours.
or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Every furry played Second Life. Second Life consumed people's lives.
That makes sense.
So. So,
Oh man, that wine.
so hopefully Lizard play. Hey, there she is. Hey, girl. Hey,
Oh, hey!
Liz. So I think Lizard Play should be gearing up pretty soon. We can keep stalling if you need to, Liz. We're good.
You guys close to ready, or what?
Just let us know how
what
much
is the
time you
update?
need. How much time you need. Perfect.
They're setting up. All right.
Good.
Perfection. That's good because I need to pee.
But you can go. I'm just.
I mean, I could. I have. This is the other thing that people don't know about me. Here, let's learn about Alexis. I have a bladder like a vice. I'll be fine. I can wait.
Nice. I gotta go roll up my character for tomorrow. Dwarf Cricket, Emma and I are we're playing tomorrow on the same Dungeons and Mad Mage level. 2 p.m. EDT tomorrow, folks, on variant rolls.
I'm excited.
I can't wait. Can't wait for you to play a Luxodon.
It's gonna be great.
I really want to play a Luxodon. I want to play like
It makes me so happy that you're gonna be playing a Moon Druid.
I want to play like
so happy.
Here's what I want to play. I want to play a Luxodon Wizard, but you know what I also want to play? Like a Death Cleric Luxodon.
Yes.
Like a Death
Yes.
Metal, goth as fuck Luxodon Cleric who just like, who just talks like this, like real slow. Lights the shit out of things.
I have played a Death Cleric.
Yes.
I
so
played
good.
a Death Cleric before it was played on Critical Role.
You did?
I did. It was mildly inspired. My character was mildly inspired by Satine Phoenix.
Yes.
Because Satine Phoenix is great.
It ended up being was that the Tomb of Horrors one?
Yes.
Was that a Grave Cleric?
Yes.
Yeah,
She is a Grave Cleric.
Yeah, Grave Cleric.
Yep.
But not the Reaper touch Death Cleric. Because there's the Death Cleric in the DMG that does a bunch of damage.
Oh, you said Death Cleric.
Yeah,
right?
Death Cleric. Yeah,
Oh
the
my
evil
God.
one. I want to play a Luxodon Death Cleric.
Oh my god.
It just-
See, when you said Death Cleric, what
Yeah.
I heard was Grave
Well, because
Cleric.
Grave is intended to replace Death Cleric,
Yeah.
but they're still both
Yeah.
viable options.
Yeah, no, I played a Grave Cleric
Yes, you
inspired
did.
a bit by
I remember
Satine
because you
Phoenix,
did
yeah.
you did Path to the Grave, and I was like, what is this?
Yep.
Now, I will say though, Death Cleric is a little overtuned, and it's technically meant for NPCs, but they still let players make it. So, in a more fair long-term campaign, I'd play a Luxodon Grave Cleric.
Yeah.
And I think my bereavement, grief, Kevorkian counselor character might be a Luxodon Grave Cleric. I mean,
There
how
you go.
how badass would that be?
Delilah.
Yeah. But I probably will end up playing a man, but one day we'll see. We'll see where road.
I love that you introduced that concept
Yes.
in my one shot.
Yes.
And I love that
The
we
deep
just
memes.
improv.
Yes.
That whole
Everything.
backstory, all of it was improv.
Just making up my backstory as we go.
That's right.
That's right.
And so we improv that you and this NPC had some sort of history.
I would say that's not too dissimilar to you being Lady Val. I think that's fair.
I mean, it's one thing if it goes with your actual character concept and you're okay with it. It's another thing if that's not where you anticipated your character being.
That's fair. That's probably
You know,
fair. Yeah.
if it feels in a way that it takes away your character autonomy and your own player autonomy, that's when it feels
That's fair. But
To
also,
me,
but
that's
also
how that-
improving backstories can be really cool.
yes.
Which we
so
discovered.
long as it doesn't go against any major themes that you had.
And you
for
felt
your
like Lady
backstory.
Val did.
A bit, yes. For
So you-
for reasons that I won't get into based on my backstory.
So,
yeah.
well, look, we'll hash out the game. I'm like, if Val is really just more of a servant, then that changes certain things. If she's a lady, Johnny hates her. If she's a servant, we good.
Val is employed.
That's awkward.
Val is employed.
That's awkward.
She is not actual nobility. She's not noble by blood or anything like that.
Well, she's
Val
also
is
not even real.
correct. But she even her not real persona is not nobility,
Right.
which is the character concept that I had. She works for a noble house is the idea.
Well, I mean,
Which
I
is just the difference between what Ty and I had envisioned and what that means.
Gotcha. Well, you should talk to him about that.
We have talked a little bit.
Yeah, talk to him about it. Are you making 4 of these coasters, Alexis? I just assumed you were making 4.
I'm making a shit ton.
Oh, wow, cool.
I don't know.
She's mass producing them?
No, not mass producing them. I want to
Thousands.
make enough for us to have available to us when we're gaming and
That's
we're
really
playing
cool.
Ghost in the Machine. You know.
Really cool.
And also, I was considering making some for giveaways, but I don't know how much interest there would be in that. So.
Are you guys interested in her making
Let
these
me
for a
know.
giveaway?
Yeah, these
Say
are
so
just
in chat.
basically prototypes, effectively. Oh, absolutely going to use a sealer on them after I'm done, because if you don't use a sealer, then a lot of things can happen. You have to use a sealer for various reasons. One, otherwise, the just natural exposed wood can absorb moisture and it can warp. So you can see some of these have already kind of taken on a different shape, because like this one especially has warped a little bit just in the time that has been out. But you also need to do it so that when you put the purpose of a coaster is when you put a drink on it, right? And there's ice in that glass, it will condense. The moisture from the air will condense on that glass and drip. Water will drip onto the coaster, and exposed wood will absorb that moisture and then will warp. So
Use a Tupperware lid for a coaster.
oh my god.
Well,
Shad and Ty will get along.
Her art is coveted. It is coveted.
So you have to seal it for that reason, and also you have to seal it so that the colors don't fade.
So, if our two greatest ever fans are interested in coasters as giveaway, that's pretty much enough. I'm volunteering your time.
That's great. I don't mind making more. I just need this thing to get fixed, and then I can make them faster.
Right.
Because a
Sugar
lot
get
of my time is
expensive.
actually just like going, what the fuck? Why isn't this? And then having no heat.
Expense it to the slush fund.
Which has been getting worse and worse, as you can see from if you follow this stream
Getting
at all,
worse.
you can tell that it's been getting worse.
Right.
I used to actually have pretty consistent heat with this thing when I first got it. It's really bothering me. I'm gonna have to switch to like staining next week while I figure this thing out to get heat through it.
Oh geez, Shad. Oh geez.
Wow.
You're a mess, man. So am I, though.
Here's what I will say though. At least Chad was using something to act as a coaster.
I don't use a coaster because all I have is a card table. I don't
Is
have
that
any.
what you use for your computer
Yep.
to sit on?
The card table.
Matthew.
I've been a gypsy for too long. Except for the time I lived in like a beautiful three-bedroom
Correct. In upstate New York.
in the nicest suburb in the nicest city.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like you made the decisions there.
That's right, exactly. Anyway. I've had too much to drink. I actually still have the table from my house in upstate New York, but I forgot it in storage.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's in storage downstate.
Oh my god, Matthew.
It's a nice table. That's okay. We're just sitting here reminiscing about my pain and my loss and people we left behind. No, not really.
Not as such, no.
Liz says, I'm not that funny, must be the drink. I mean, you're half wrong and also half right. Oh, man. Bachelor life, though.
Seriously. You and Ty are on a level, and then Chad is on a level a bit above you because he actually tries to use a coaster.
Ty and I will get together in our 40s when he's given up on women and I've given up on standards. And
I'm not going to make the comment I was just going to make.
And he's given up on women and I've given up on having standards. He and I will be married.
Sure, that's the way that'll work. It'll be him giving up on women is what it'll be, sure.
And yeah, we will be married in our
That's
disaster.
close.
We won't ever live together because we're too big. But we will have our.
If you guys lived in the same house, in the same abode, it would be disastrous.
Yeah,
You
correct.
cannot have that much disaster in one house
Correct.
at a single time.
So he and I will live in the
It
same
needs
city.
to get offset by something. The two of you living together would just, oh my god.
That's right.
Ginger would take care of both of you.
She already takes care of me.
Like, Ginger would have to find a way to do any sort of cleaning.
Yeah, give up on a demographic. I mean, for me, like, I have open... Oh, let's not talk about this. I have open tastes, but they're not that open. I'm practically asexual now. And that's okay. But that's how I feel.
Life with Chase has put me there, too.
Hey, baby.
Is that what you're saying?
Shut up.
Quit it. Let's get this stream back on the rails. This is going on the internet forever, folks.
Hello, everyone. I'm back. Don't be afraid.
There's some days I
I'm giving
feel
up
ace.
right now. I'm getting, like, no heat from this thing.
We're just stalling for lesser plays.
We really are.
Let's talk
That's all
about
we're
things that
doing
are
right
not
now.
personal. So
What
my
even
father.
is that?
You know, so my father, he said, you know, I never loved your mother. You didn't know that, right? Let's talk about my first.
Oh my god.
Talk about my abandonment issues.
Yeah. Let's talk about.
Oh my god.
No, let's not actually.
Oh.
We should do a whole stream. Not really. So.
I'm just not able to get.
I'm stuck. I can't. I'm trying to. That was right around the time.
I'm out of wine. Like, what is this?
You know what? You guys can both go upstairs. I'll hold the
This
stream
is
down.
good. As you like talk about your parents
Right? Yeah.
directly to
Let's
the
go.
camera. Emma just being your therapist.
Hey, Emma. Let's
Oh my god.
talk about the abandonment
Emma.
of my father.
You're into guys, girls, all. Yeah, I don't struggle with that feeling.
No, you do not. Not as such.
Squarely in the man category over here. It's mostly men or nothing for me. Men or the void. Those are my two.
right, that's
those
right.
are my preferences.
Man or the void for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's accurate. That makes sense.
Mine's women and the void.
Yeah, why not limit
Void-
yourself?
void-
Why limit yourself
void
to
sexual.
just...
It does feel like that for me some days.
Just
Choose
avoid
the void.
sexual.
The void burps back. It does, especially on Ghost in the Machine, where the void comes out and attacks you.
I'm gonna
I
need
thought
you
you
to
were gonna
put
say when
void
you-
sexual in your bio on
I
Twitter.
do
When
void
you
sexual.
come into the void comes back. Oh no.
Oh boy.
We've had too much wine.
Or not enough.
I have not.
I cannot have any more because I
I'm
have to
going to
drive.
go to the
Good enough.
bathroom.
I'm gonna take Alexis' spot.
That's right.
I'm coming back for
your
it,
two
though.
dads. Your two dads are taking over the stream.
Two daddies. Chase and Tim Sark. All right.
Just ruining her coasters.
Break it.
the Tamsard is no longer that.
Just two dads.
Sitting
just
up
two
here.
gay. Just two gay guys. Chase is like, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Just two gays. Just two gals.
Two gay guys.
She's like, wait, what? Like
Getting ready to-
like that Key and Peele sketch.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. It just keeps following me around. When you change you change my social media
Yeah,
stuff.
I edit your social media.
Right.
I send a coming out email at work for you.
Oh my, at work. Yes.
Seeing the directors.
The VP. Oh my god.
Office of the President. Thank you. We've been friends for a long time. Friends.
Yeah, friends. So I'll share an experience with you guys. So so I was introduced to Matt probably at the age of 14, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
But then we didn't really start hanging out until I started playing D&D with him and some of his friends. And so the very first time I went over to their house, we played D&D till in the middle of the night, and then it was time to go to sleep. So everyone just kind of disperses to their corners, and I'm just where do I go? And I ended up sleeping in bed next to my friend Bronson. And it was
That was the first night you knew the touch of a man. Dum, dum, dum.
yeah. No.
Watch every motion.
We've just been copyright striked.
Because we sound like what's their face? So it's Berlin or whatever.
Exactly.
Bronson, God, that nose. He was a big guy, tall,
Yeah.
lean back then.
Yeah.
Huge
dick.
That's what he said.
That's what everyone said.
Anyway. I'm the only sober one here. Well, that's a mistake you've made. Better or worse, it's always worse. Always worse. But yeah, we've been friends a long time.
Yeah.
Lovers much longer than that. Not really.
Why do you not?
Like
Why do you not look at me anymore when we make love? Sitting up here makes me realize how much better the light is in this spot than back there.
Yeah, we should put our best looking people in the light, which would be me.
Yeah, of course. I think if we put like a dispersal thing in that light, that would fix that a little bit.
Just getting a heat lamp.
Yep. Now I know what it feels like to be Alexis.
Yeah, we're at 0 viewers.
Actually, I think
our channel's been deleted.
I think they took us off of Twitch.
There's a guy named Twitch Administrator in chat now. That's good.
Oh, great.
Yep. And he says we're initiating deletion protocol.
No.
You've been
my
replaced.
chair back.
No.
It's my
You've been
show.
replaced, woman.
My name is Alexi. Alexis Tim's art.
I'm sorry. What name do you see on that?
Alexis?
Dice Priori said we are ready whenever.
Get ready.
All right.
I'll let Alexis say
Let
goodbye.
me do this.
Okay, folks.
Are you ready, witches?
That was a rough last home stretch there.
My God, guys.
I had too much wine.
What is?
Hey, Rocco.
Oh,
We're actually just
hey.
closing out Pyrography.
I am. Yeah, we're just signing off right now. But follow and pay attention. I post on Twitter whenever I'm going to go live. Right now, my schedule is Mondays and Fridays. Mondays around 6-ish, and Fridays around 4 with this drunkard. Why is your hood up?
I'm a wizard.
Oh, look. Heretic Kane is still in the chat.
Hey, Ty. Did you talk about... Were you here when we talked about how you and I would end up together?
Awesome. Rococo Rachel. I'm just going to call you Rachel. Is that okay? Rachel? Anyway, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're a burner. We should chat a little bit. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're just signing off. Stick around if you are interested in checking out Lizard Plays. Lizard Plays is a lot of fun.
Yo, Divinity. Yo, Divinity. Coming up. And then Anthem
Oh
after
my
that.
God, what is this? We might have been day drinking.
I'm
guys.
street.
You are not street. I'm sorry. I get to say that. You are not street.
I have stories. One day I will tell them all.
Oh boy.
I used to run drugs.
Thank you, Rachel, for the follow.
Thank you, Rachel,
so
for the
much.
follow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You-
I'm not gonna say that I'm anything beyond an amateur burner. I'm definitely still in amateur phase, as you can tell by this nonsense that's happening here. But yeah. I'm gonna be back on Monday, and thank you so much for the follow. And yes, our spinners have to stick together. Lizard Plays is gonna start streaming Divinity soon, and then after that, on this channel, we will be having some Anthem, which will be great.
Yeah.
And yeah, Shad Masters start out as amateurs. We'll see.
For
We'll see if I ever get past
For example,
this.
I started out as an amateur baiter.
Oh my God.
And now I am a master baiter.
Anyway, we love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us while we did this, especially me while I tried to get my wood burner to actually function well. I need to get it fixed, but anyway.
Aren't you so glad you
love
invite
you
me
all.
on your stream? You now have my permission to cry.
Anyway, what am I doing? I'm trying to figure out the transition.
I totally raw dogged Declan in the park.
You guys, we love you, and I will see you on Monday. Apart from that, please stick around for what I've said already, Lizard Plays, and then after that, Anthem. And
Tune in tomorrow, 2
tomorrow?
p.m. EDT, variant roles. I'll be playing a turtle monk.
That's right. And then on the channel Nerd Asylum,
Yep.
Wonky can throw that into chat. What time? I think it's 4 Eastern that she's gonna be running a Crash Pandas one shot. It's gonna be pirate themed.
It wasn't.
And, oh, it was already in the chat? Okay, cool. Anyway, follow us on our Discord if you want more information. Follow us individually on Twitter. I am Vox Finato. This is just Matthew Foreman.
I'm
You
done.
can find him. It's fine.
Matthew dot for W4.
It's all great.
Bye,
Anyway,
folks.
but we love you all. And,
The longer you take to say goodbye, the
You
more
shush.
obscene I'm gonna become.
later, witches.
That was the greatest episode of content that anyone's ever streamed on this filthy channel.